Knowles, many Knowles fans demanding a change at head coach because, they lost the opener and all. I saw this one this morning. Gosh, I wish I had it in front of me, and I'm looking for it here, and I thought I had it somewhere that I don't. So stand by. But it's just the most ridiculous headline. Is it time for DJ Uiagalelei to sit? I mean, that's basically what it was. Because, it's been a game and all. Here it is. Should a DJU's Seminole career be over? Headline, Athlon Sports.
Athlon going after it.
Athlon. Should DJ Seminole career be over? And then the subheadline, in short, no, read below for why. Well, thank you, Sam Shoemaker. What brilliant insight you must have into DJU and, whether or not he should remain at the helm of the Knowles, who will play at Boston College on Monday night. In fact, you're going to hear from Mike Norvell. The disappointment over there is palpable. He's got a job getting these guys ready to go Monday. It doesn't feel like a real good vibe coming out of Tally these days. That's understandable. But all eyes on the Sunshine State. Riley will be in the Swamp on Saturday afternoon, 3:30 kick. It's the Knowles, the Canes and the Gators. And you've heard from Billy Napier a bunch this week. The juice is flowing back and forth, by the way. Mario Cristobal and his Canes looking forward to the trip north.
I know there's a ton of juice and excitement surrounding the game or whatnot, but we've been working for a long, long time in preparation, not only for this game, but for the season, but certainly starts with the University of Florida.
Going to hear more from the Canes head coach. They come to town in the top 20, and suddenly that path in the ACC even more wide open with FSU losing to Georgia Tech last week. Now, this is obviously not a conference game, but maybe a little more pep in the step for the Canes from both the conference and national perspective, but you got to get a win in a very tough venue, and you're going to hear Cristobal talk about that a little bit later this hour. Don't forget, baby, high noon. It's Clemson and Georgia. Man, Clemson's either laying in the weeds or the distance between these two programs is really expanded. It doesn't feel a whole lot different than a Florida-Georgia game when it comes to who you think's going to win. Kirby Smart, though, knows how dangerous the opening night, or I should say opening afternoon opponent will be.
Strength of schedule. I mean, get to play a quality opponent right off the get-go, and when you get into conference play, you're battle-tested, probably better than a team that maybe doesn't play that kind of matchup. Find out more about your team. It's great for the fans. That's the advantage. Great for recruiting, exposure.
Well, Kirby's Georgia schedule, by far the toughest they've had up there. In fact, Georgia's schedule difficulty would be a bigger talker if it weren't for Florida's schedule difficulty being like an all-timer, at least as we sit here. But again, those schedules, the difficulties change and will change more moving forward. But a season ender at FSU does not look like it looked on the schedule before they went and played Georgia Tech, right? We can all agree on that. Doesn't mean that it can't swing back in that direction by the time we get there. And speaking of the Knowles, Mike Norvell literally just kind of sick.
It's sickening that we came up short in that game, and obviously I take total responsibility and ownership for that. And I think that you go back and see the game. Obviously it's my job to have the team prepared to go and play to the best of our ability. And I don't believe that was our best.
All right, so we got a lot of college football talk. Again, the Riley Report debuts today. Look for that about 8:30. Every Thursday morning, the perspective of the former ACC Player of the Year. When you can do what Riley did at Wake Forest, you're doing it different. So glad to have Riley back for the umpteenth year and his perspective. So, it's weak. All right, I'll play your little hold-in games and your posturing and your staying away during practices or training camp, or I'm skipping the off-season activities. You won't see me at the OTAs. I want a new contract. And listen, it is what it is. John Lynch, though, said it best yesterday as the 49ers asked about Brandon Ayuk, still cleared by doctors, but a no-show at practice. It's just weak, man. It's weak. And Lynch said it. At some point, you got to play. All right, we'll sit around while all your teammates out here, by the way, many of whom I'm sure aren't exactly overjoyed with their contracts. They're all out here sweating. They're all out here beating the hell out of each other. They're all out here going through the dog days. But you just stand over there in your shorts, man. That's all good. Don't worry about us. At some point, maybe play. Checks notes. $14.5 million this year, huh? That's not quite enough for a man of your stature to, I don't give it a practice every now and then. It's just weak, man. You can put up with it through the business side of it. I get it. It's a business. We're not talking about people at the end of a contract and you have a stare down. I get it. It's a business. Or whether to pick up an option or the franchise tag is on. That's all fine and dandy. You're a rookie receiver going in your last year deal. You're lucky that this league has forged a path where the 5th year of this contract pays you $15 million. Enough's enough. Same with you, Jamar Chase. It's not enough to not help. Y'all hurt to wit after Zach Taylor up in Cincinnati said a couple days ago, it was the understanding that, Chase would be back. Maybe back at practice, and he will be in the lineup for week 1. Chase shows up in street clothes halfway through the practice yesterday. It's just weak, man. Just weak. You'll get yours. You'll get yours in good time. And there's a time and place to fight the business end of this battle. It's just so lost, and I get it. It's lost on all of us what others had to do, on the path that we're now continuing on, and I get that. A lot bigger boys than Jamar Chase and Brandon Ayuk had to wait their turn, man. A lot bigger boys. I mean, Chase is in year 3. At some point you got to play. You're a football player or you're a poser. One of the two. And again, I'll put up with your me all through April, May, June, July, and to the end of August. But are you a football player? Because at some point you got to play. And 2 of the diva receivers, there's no other way to describe these cats at this point. And this is not an indictment on their play. This is not an indictment on where they stand right now in this pay scale. It does not work that way. Any of you in sales business, if you have a good month, doesn't mean that's what you get for the next 10 years. It's weak. That's where we are now at this point. Every roster has been set. Every season opener is just literally now in the prep phase. And I got guys that either don't show up to practice or come strolling in street clothes. Like, we're all lucky to have them in the league. Meanwhile, here at home, the coordinators met the media yesterday. I'm going to do a little deeper dive when we come back on the other side. A lot more college football to get into, but Ryan Nielsen, the defensive coordinator now, on just how this roster is set up following the official 53 on Tuesday. Press Taylor and the $1 million question. Now, I'm going to ask you this before we go to break. Did it feel like the Jaguars' offense, for the most part, ran pretty smooth this preseason? How did it look to you, Gibby? Did it pass the eye test for you? It wasn't perfect every drive. No one is. But from start to finish, from the first drive against Kansas City to the final one against Atlanta, what grade would you give the execution of the offense? Just to, how it moved, the lack of, penalty, those sorts of things. What would you give the offensive execution in the preseason?
I'll say they're B+.
Yeah, B+ is kind of where I settled.
I think the last game was an A+.
Yeah,
but again, that was against backups,
that's
of course.
Fair.
But Trevor looked really good.
And by the way, there are, tons of mitigating factors. I'm just talking about the in-game operation of the offense, game to game to game. The play clock's still the same. The scoreboard's still the same. Down and distance, all the same. One big difference this preseason was that the offense coordinator, Press Taylor, was on the field, on the sideline. Was that just a preseason experiment? Is that where he's going to be in the regular season? I just figured if you're moving him down there for the preseason that you're setting up a new direction, so to speak, and a new coach's set up for game day. Well, Press Taylor was asked that yesterday. Not sure what to make of his answer. Play that for you and more when we return. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. You're listening to 1010 XL on 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Great news, homeowners. Mortgage rates are tanking, and our friends at Loan Pronto have rates start with a 4. Best rate in years, you know that, if you've either been trying to buy or sell. If your current rate is over 6%, dump it now. Lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto's locked in folks recently at 4.99% APR. There's that 4. Listen, maybe you've just got your loan a week ago, last month, or had it years. It's time to call Loan Pronto, because even if you're in process with another lender, you can stop and call and take advantage. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. Lock into a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. If you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. So call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like the other guys. Call 999-1508. It's 999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com.
The Truth Teller here. Seminole football is here. I'll be joined by Todd Fordham and Niall Lawrence Stample. It's the Seminoles Roundtable with Baloo. Find it on 1010XL's Seminoles YouTube page or wherever you find podcasts.
Jennifer Luxury has a new address in Jacksonville.
Oh, do tell, John.
Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard. We've got over 40 Cadillac Lyrics in stock.
40? That's incredible. Any color you want?
You bet. Pick your color and drive away today. Plus, we're giving away a free home charger with every Lyric.
Fantastic. Anything else?
How about a car you'll never have to change the oil on?
No oil changes ever? Now that's luxury.
Randy Marion Cadillac, where Jacksonville meets luxury.
Visit us today on Southside Boulevard and tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Hey, we're certainly facing interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money, gang. I'm not an expert when it comes to investing, 401ks versus SEP IRAs. What do I do? Well, I ask the experts. The experts are the ITP Partners. How do I know they're experts? Because my money is growing and growing and growing as I move closer to retirement. And that is Jeff Hartman. That is Chris Bryan. That is Reagan Wright. That is Dan Abel. That is Reed Wingate. Those are my ITP partners and 3 generations of Hickens invest with our friends at ITP Partners, including my son, Drew. And it ain't cookie cutter stuff. They listen. They give us individualized strategies. Our goals are their priority. So it's a great time. If you're not doing anything right now, get in the game. Let someone else do it for you. ITP Partners are always there to help. You need info, Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Calling all fans of Duval to downtown Las Vegas during the game against the Silver and Black. This is Lauren Brooks from Helmets and Heels. Join us at Circa Resort and Casino this December for the Jacksonville Game Day Getaway featuring an incredible all-in package. Get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 food and beverage credit, plus a daybed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. The all-in package is only available until August 30th, so act now. To book and to join the Heels in Vegas, visit CircaLasVegas.com today.
Get more Garnet and Gold on the Seminole Report.
Follow the Seminole warpath to college football glory.
Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team. Stay close to the Seminoles with the Florida State Seminole Report on 1010XL.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Jags fans, our holiday pack is back with a special edition.
Trevor Lawrence touchdown!
For the first time, get a limited edition Trevor Lawrence bobblehead plus a ticket to one of our December home games starting at $78. Wow! Whether you're looking for the perfect Christmas gift or want the one-of-a-kind bobblehead for yourself, grab a holiday pack today by going to jaguars.com/bobblehead or call 904-633-2000 now.
SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web, precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At SportsForecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. SportsForecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
I-9 Sports wants to make sure kids all over the First Coast can enjoy growing up on a field or in a gym. And right now, fall and winter registration is open. Find out what I-9 Sports offers across Duval, Clay, and St. John's. I9Sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. The Jags have a practice squad in place, but it's different than most practice squads in years gone by. There's 4, maybe 5, I think, pretty darn good players that can help the Jaguars win games if called on. That proves that it was a really good roster. It's not a fluke that they won all those preseason games, and it's the best roster they've had, I believe, this going into a season in a long, long time. And I think the practice squad even proves that. Can't wait for Jaguars football. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here, ready to experience used for you? You can with Car Bravo at Nimnik Buick GMC, Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified dealer. Buying a certified used vehicle has never felt better. With Car Bravo, Nimnik Buick GMC can certify all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Kia, Mazda, Ford. With promotional rates as low as 2.9% APR, now is the time to shop certified used vehicles at Nimnik Buick GMC. Who gives you top dollar for your trade? Nobody but Nimnik. Shop online at Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I mean, the noise level itself, you have to, nowadays you got to simulate that in practice, right? And everything's got to work. This year we had the player-to-coach communication devices. But if you watch games this weekend, right, you see a lot of guys squeezing their helmets, trying to get clear communication, because that certainly, it can't be counted on. So what happens next? Everything else has to kick in, your wristbands, your signals, your other methods of communication. So that's been a part of our process, which we've worked really, really hard to make airtight. It's a loud place. They do a great job with the game day atmosphere.
Excited about season tickets being sold out. I think it's a big deal, and obviously this home opener is sold out. So, our Gator fans continue to impress, and we're looking forward to the season.
That was Mario Cristobal talking about the difficulties of tangling in the swamp. And then you heard Billy Napier. There's a lot of buzz and excitement considering that Florida's been 11-14. That bubble can burst real quick. When you burst a full balloon and that the plastic and rubber that remains just shoots off somewhere. It is going to be, boiling at a fever pitch when they kick things off Saturday afternoon in the Swamp. Football starts tonight. I'm intrigued to see what Dion and Colorado offer up this year in year 2. It's easy to be critical. I have been. It's kind of off-putting, I think, some of the way that Dion is acting. But But here in year 2, with a lot of turnover on the roster, a move to a Big 12 that I say is a little more manageable than, those Oregons and USCs and Washingtons that were waiting on you in the Pac-12. They open against North Dakota State. And that's a game that obviously you should win. Big, heavy favorites. Individually, got 2 of the more talented guys in all of college football with Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. And can it? Can Deion, can they step up to like bowl level? Really super exciting start last year and then, just flopped down the stretch, went 4-8. All right, let's talk some Jags and ask y'all before the break, just by the eye test, did it offense seem to be pretty cohesive this preseason, right? I don't remember a lot of delay of games, a lot of false starts, a lot of penalties in general. I know, Mac Jones played the most quarterback because it's the preseason, and he had highest quarterback rating in the NFL this preseason. And I think that's indicative of the offense itself. And Trevor, when he played, is, passer rating way over 100. By the end of the preseason, they were running the ball. Offense moved pretty good. Now, the one thing that was different, right, we talked a lot about it, Press Taylor spent the preseason on the sideline. Offensive coordinator from the sideline. Jury's, mixed on that. Some coordinators are on the field. Others, I'd say most, are in the press box. So the way I just kind of assumed that this was like something new, that he was going to move him to the field. And then the preseason was just kind of getting ready for that. But that's not the exact answer that Taylor gave yesterday when asked.
I will do whatever Coach wants me to do as far as it goes moving forward. I did enjoy being on the sideline. It's fun to just interact with the guys and players from drive to drive, be right there with coaches. Coach Rauscher and I go stand off to the side, hit the next runs for the next thing, which has always happened through the headset, but it is a little different to just go stand side by side with somebody, talk through it, look everybody in the eyes, they come off, things like that. Now, obviously, preseason is a different level of intensity within a game, but yeah, I enjoyed it down there, and it's good. It's good just working through communication on the headset for coaches of who's going to do down and distance. We switched that up as games went along. We switched it up within a game of who's identifying defensive personnel, things like that. So I thought it was a smooth operation through the headset.
Every quarterback who is destined to be among the league's elite has that statistical jump year. It can be for some, it's year 1 or it's year 2 usually. Not many come in and throw you 35, 40 touchdowns as a rookie. It can be year 2, it can be year 3, sometimes as late as year 4. But there's a big jump statistically for a quarterback. I'll just pull one up here. Let's look at Josh Allen. Okay, Josh Allen, year 1, 52%, 10 touchdowns, 12 picks.
People said he was a bust.
Passer rating, 68. I was one of those people. 2019, completion percentage ticked up to 58.8. Still nothing special, but 20 touchdowns, 9 picks. Passer rating up to 85.3. And then year 3, 70% completion, 4,500 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 10 picks. Passer rating of 107.2. Yeah, the statistical jump, the production jump, the ultimately Bills' power position jumped. You get the feeling that those down there in Jagland, including Press Taylor, are expecting kind of a turbo year for their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence.
I think so. I think he was on track for that last year. I think the first half of the season he was playing as good as anybody. I don't know if he was getting credit for that. Outside the building, I have no clue. But we were very happy with how he was playing, how he was running the offense, managing games, winning games for us. So yeah, I think Trevor just continues to grow every single year within the offense, just within playing quarterback, leading this team, being the face of the franchise. It's been super impressive since the day I got here, just working with him and to see him grow and step into, what I think you would feel is naturally ahead for him has been really cool to see. And I think he's just going to continue to get better every single day.
Well, assuming Christian Kirk's injury was minor and they're just laying it low and taking it easy heading into the opener, this is a team that's going to be at just about full health offensively. Not even nagging injuries. That's wood I'm knocking on. Hopefully between now and the season opener, this is what we got. This is who they are. And what a fun opener. South Beach and the Miami Dolphins. Ryan Nielsen saw cut day come and could have looked at his roster and said, we didn't cut any interior defensive linemen. It seems that way. Obviously, the Jags look at this as the strength of their team. 7 interior D linemen on Ryan Nielsen's side of the ball.
Sure, I think it's a combination of everything. You know, we've got some good, really interior players, but then some guys that can flex out and play out on the end, different personnel groups and packages and things like that. So it allows you the flexibility of maybe getting a little bit bigger in times when we need it. But I think overall the group's done a good job, and those guys are deserving of being here, and they've earned the spot. Now it's just let's take the next step and get into game week next week and see how it goes.
All right, what's the favorite comparison for a Jaguar fan right now when it comes to Eric Armstead? Armstead is certainly a guy that Nielsen is referencing there when he says they're going to move guys in and out. That is the hot narrative right now. Expect Armstead to line up outside and play a lot of edge rush, or at least some edge rush. And when they have the rush package in there with both Walker and Allen, Armstead becomes that much more valuable on the inside. The D-line is kind of rounding into now. The edge position itself is not deep, but the overall, it looks like it's going to be dare I say, one of the better D-lines we've had around here. Now, I understand we had Stroud and Henderson for a while, but who are those rush-ins? Spicer? Who? Unmemorable, would say that. So anyway, these comparisons though between Armstead and Campbell, they're easy to make. They're big men. They're versatile on that D line, but don't get this part twisted. Calais Campbell was a much more accomplished pass rusher from the edge when he came to Jacksonville than what Armstead has been in his career. I looked up the numbers yesterday. Calais came to Jacksonville in 8 years. He had like 78 career sacks, something like that. 70, 80 career sacks in 8 years when he came here. And Armstead in 10 years has like 30 something. It's not he has not been asked to be the kind of primary pass rusher that even Calais was asked to some. And I'm not saying that Calais was an edge rusher. Calais in Arizona was a lot like what he was here. Now the skill sets probably similar. Here's Ryan Nielsen on that comparison.
A little bit. Eric's such a very good person as well as Calais. Like they're awesome people, and really looking forward to see Calais after the game. Because he is a good person, awesome guy. It was really fun to be around him last year. Eric provides the veteran leadership. He's a coach. Like you hear him in the meeting rooms, and hey, I see it like this, and I'm talking, and it helps the younger guys. So it's a similar role. And we're going to play him maybe a little bit similar, but then differences too now because two different players. But there's some similarities to them, but can't say enough about the people. Really great guys, fantastic men.
Nielsen had Calais Campbell, right, in Atlanta last year, so the hands-on with both. Excited about what this defense might be, and I do think this, when it comes from a leadership standpoint, the ears that Eric Armstead is going to reach are a lot more receptive and team-oriented than the ears that Calais Campbell reached on the talented, but let's just say mercurial collection of players that the Jaguars had then. Just too combustible, too personality, too greed-driven, too mistake-prone, too off-the-field incidental, too uncommitted. Somebody between Telvin and Jalen and Dante Fowler Jr. and Ngakoue. Somebody fit, one of the main guys fit into one or more of all those categories.
Fournette.
It didn't matter what Calais Campbell did. They didn't listen to him. They disrespected him, in fact. So Armstead's going to have a lot easier job with these guys. This is a much more mature team first. These are much, much better culture in this defensive locker room than what we had then. And I apply that just to Calais. That was certainly statistically and production-wise a really, really good defense. It just didn't have the staying power because of all those other issues. But that's the best season a Jaguars defense has played. It may not be the lowest point total they've allowed, but man, that defense would score. It was fun to watch. All right. Update you on the baseball scene. Tee up a football fix. The Steelers have made like the worst kept secret officially known now in naming their quarterback. Meanwhile, the shell game continues in New England. So update you on the only 2 quarterback jobs that were open going into yesterday. Tom Brady talks about making his broadcast debut and more. It's a custom tree surgeons Thursday. No job too big or too small. We have just had a church mouse quiet storm season, haven't we? I'm not mushing it. I don't have control over the weather. But if and when weather strikes here, and it always can, just with summer thunderstorms, right? You have tree damage. There's only one name you need to know. It's Custom Tree Searches. Trust me on that. Back with more next on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Tour Championship at Eastlake Golf Club in Atlanta getting underway today. Staggered scoring for the event. Scotty Scheffler will tee off at 10 under. Xander Schauffele at 8 under. Scheffler and Schauffele will be the big guns at minus 330, or you could bet the field to win the Tour Championship at plus 225. Defending champion Victor Hovland, 70-1. He said he was shocked by the new layout of the Eastlake Golf Club. College football, UCF a 40.5-point home favorite against New Hampshire. Saturday, Miami laying 2.5 at Florida. Monday night, Florida State 16.5-point favorites over Boston College. Bet smarter with Juice Reel. It's free in the App Store. Juice, R-E-E-L. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
911, what's your emergency?
Help, we don't have air conditioning.
Ma'am, 911 is for emergencies only.
Well, my husband's trying to stuff himself in the refrigerator.
I see. Well, maybe you should call Duck Duck Air Conditioning.
To get him out of the fridge?
To get a new AC system.
Beat the Florida heat with Duck Duck Air Conditioning. Jacksonville area's AC experts. For service, repairs to new installations, trust the Duck. DuckDuckAC.com.
So happy to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. Man, they are just great folks over there. Justin Moore and all the folks treat you so well. If you go to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard, you'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. There's no pressure, just friendly help. I got my boy Blue. I love my blue Silverado, but if you want a car, if you want a truck, if you want an SUV, if you want electric, pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet has it, right? And by the way, best of, number one, best car dealership, best used car dealership, best sales and service. I mean, they got it all. They won the Triple Crown. So if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. Just go to morechevy.com. So easy to navigate. All the vehicles, sales, service, parts, never been more easy to use. Gang, it's George Moore Chevrolet. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Googa Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Hey, you can hear from my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his pops, his guys, all from here, taking care of people who live here. People like the Hickens who needed a new bathroom. We called Lockhart, and voila, we had a new bathroom. They're fast, friendly, affordable, and they're clean. They're terrific. I can't say enough good things about Lockhart. They've done my son's siding. Tremendous. Looks like a brand new house. You unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. Their family gives your family a better living experience. So if you have a construction need, a remodel, thought, an idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. That's how he works. It's real easy. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
David Garrard could really spin it on the field.
Garrard fires.
Now he's spinning stories on Jaguars Today.
Okay, yeah.
Brought to you by WaterboyJax.com. Mondays, 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Chelsea here with Renewal by Anderson. Summer's winding down, and so are our prices at Renewal by Anderson's end of summer window and door sale. Upgrade your home with custom Fibrex windows and doors. Whether you need custom energy efficient, hurricane resistant windows or a stylish new patio door, we've got you covered. A better way to a better window. Visit us at bestwindowsflorida.com for details. Transform your home before fall with the end of summer sale. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CGC 1527613.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag offensive coordinator Press Taylor had kudos for wideout Christian Kirk regarding an altercation during camp.
You know, I applauded Christian for Christian's leadership in that moment. He was the first one to respond, that type of thing, but then handles it the right way.
Look for the Jag defense to have a wide variety of roles along the defensive line for Eric Armstead, according to defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen.
All the positions, smart player, he can do it all in the run and in the pass game. So he's going to be all over the place.
There's been talk of backup QB Mac Jones' trade potential for the Jags. However, general manager Trent Baalke is backing Mac.
You know, Mac's in a real good place. He's a good football player. He loves football. He loves being in the building. He's an energizer.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Roughly 30 games left in the Major League Baseball season. I would say, surprising 3-game sweep for Atlanta on the road at Minnesota.
That was a good one.
Spot where you would maybe expect to drop a game, or two in both the wild card and the faint division hopes get one last opportunity. The Braves start a 4-game series in Philadelphia today. They get the Murderers Row pitching lineup. Meanwhile, Chris Sale won't pitch. More on that in a second. But they get Suarez, Wheeler, Nola. The Braves, and then the first matchup today is Morton against who's the
Christopher Sanchez?
Yeah, Sanchez. I was going to say Sanchez.
And Morton scares me, especially in that park.
Sure. Yeah, of course he scares you.
ERA over 4.
Philly's been playing pretty good. They did lose yesterday to the Astros, so that makes the division 5 games. The Mets lost last night. Oh, my boy's going to be salty this morning. They gave up a grand slam in the 8th. That's twice that Diaz has gotten rocked this week, and the closer gives up a grand slam. Mets lose to the Diamondbacks, so the Mets fall 4 behind Atlanta for that wild card spot. And again, 5 games back of Philly. They play 4 in Philadelphia. Can you win? If you win 3 out of 4, you'll get it to 3. We'll see. It's certainly not a prediction. 2-2 or worse, and you're just going to run out of time. There'll only be 25 games left when they leave Philly, so at least for Atlanta. There will be. So there's kind of the baseball situation. But now the Daily's Double Take, brought to you by The Dash. Pure deliciousness. I mean, just load them up. Forget the tailgate and all that entails. Go to The Dash in the morning. Get you about a half dozen subs made up just perfect, and you will be a hit. Piled high, just fresh, delicious ingredients, man. This is so it's not a radio promotion here. This is giving you my go-to spot. That's Dailies, the Dailies Dash, and from breakfast and subs, and you want it, you got it at the Dash. All right. Here's the Double Take. Listen, it's happened more often than the Triple Crown of hitting, right? Baseball's who's the last Triple Crown winner? Miggy?
Yeah, I think so.
And before that, how far back do we go? A ways.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mean, honestly, there have been, just a scattering handful of offensive Triple Crowns in Major League history, at least in recent history. But there's also a Triple Crown of pitching. It's when you have the most wins, the lowest ERA, and the most strikeouts. And it's a bit more common than the offensive Triple Crown, but it's far from, often. It's only happened 21 times since 1901. So in the last 120 years, it's only happened 20 times. The last time it happened was 2020, and how fast they fall. Shane Bieber did it for the Indians.
Yeah, he got hurt.
2011 was interesting. The American and National Leagues both gave you pitching Triple Crown winners. Verlander in the American League with the Tigers, and Kershaw in the National League with the Dodgers. But I bring this up because Chris Sale, just another, 6 innings, 1 run allowed yesterday. And right now is in position to win the National League Triple Crown of pitching. He's got 15 wins now. He's 15-3. His ERA is 2.58. That's lowest in the National League. Zach Wheeler, 2.74. And strikeouts, that's the one that's closest. He's tied with Dylan Cease with 197. The Daily's Double Take, brought to you by The Dash. You can just go ahead now and fire up the band. They're sitting over there anxiously waiting to belt out some NFL background for the Football Fix. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin and the home course, the Jointon Creek and Golf Club. I said it earlier. This is just weak. It's weak now. And John Lynch said it right, the GM of the 49ers. At some point, you got to play football. And so, hey, Brandon Ayuk, I've changed my mind. Every fine. I'm putting them all on there. So that $15.4 million you're going to make this year, $14.5, it's down to $8.2. You want to keep playing? Try me. Same thing with Jamar Chase. Year 3, boss. Your team's out there getting ready for a season opener. You come strolling in like 45 minutes into the practice in, jean shorts and a T-shirt. What are we doing? And Zach Taylor had to backtrack. Here's the Bengals head coach who was under the impression that Chase would be rejoining him, only to go back yesterday and say, I spoke too soon. The babysitting you got to do with these billionaires. It's just... again, we'll put up with your histrionics and your business decision in April and May and June and July and all the way through August. So don't mind your guys bleeding and sweating and getting ready for the season. You're super important, so you just stand over there in your T-shirt, hold in. At some point, you got to play football, or you're just weak. You're weak. It's weak. It's weak. And plenty of guys in the NFL have set the collective bargaining agreement to allow a guy who's picked in the middle of the first round to make $15 million in his final year of his rookie deal. More than much better receivers not long ago would never get in a year. Just a wrong guy. I mean, Chase, maybe you argue, but I'm not arguing for not being there when your contract says to be there, or don't sign the damn thing. Year 3? Ugh. Come on, man. Yeah, this wasn't a real secret, was it? Steelers are going with Russell Wilson. I mean, Russell Wilson's got Mike Tomlin written all over him. Right? Manage the offense, ton of experience, not going to make mistakes. He's like the game manager that Mike Tomlin dreams of in his football lab. Whether or not they carve a role for Justin Fields, that remains to be seen, but Tomlin yesterday going with Russell Wilson, and I don't really think it was ever much of a discussion. I really don't. That's just the feel that you get coming out of Pittsburgh. If Tom Brady gets approved as partial owner of the Raiders, he's going to have some unique restrictions due to his role as a Fox broadcaster. This was at a team owners meeting in Minneapolis this week. The league confirming to ESPN that among the restrictions, Brady would not be permitted to be in another team's facility, would not be permitted to witness practice, would not be permitted to attend broadcast production meetings, either in person or virtually. By the way, that is what you do when you're the color commentator. You go to practice, you visit with the teams, you go inside their facilities. You get prepared to drop in things that the audience up until then don't know. It's the lack of access, though, to coaches and players before games. The meetings, the broadcast crew meets with the matchups, head coaches, key players. It's the lifeblood of Insight. I've been in those meetings many times. These rules, which the league presented to owners Tuesday on a slide titled Brady Broadcast Restrictions, would affect only the 7-time Super Bowl champion and would not apply to other members of Fox crews. Well, I mean, there are other members of the Fox crews that have ownership stakes in teams. I don't believe so, not that I know of. There is some precedent for these kinds of rules. In 2017, Panthers tight end, still active, called some games for Fox, including one against Minnesota. But because the Vikings were an upcoming opponent of the Panthers, he was not given those crew access that we were just talking about. So, interesting. A lot more football talk as we move along this morning. Get you updated on the injury report. It includes news out of Gainesville where Montreal Johnson, by the way, that's football fix. But just another college football note as we go to break and kind of preview Doc Murphy coming up in less than an hour. But Montreal Johnson cleared for play. I don't know what that means. You know, being cleared for play and being the effective running back that Florida's enjoyed the last couple of years could be, you know, a big, big difference. Never got the, you know, definitive answer on what the injury was, but now perhaps with Doc's expertise this morning could get a pretty precise answer. If you're back this quick and now they are clearing you, we shall see. So,
by the way, the last Triple Crown before Miggy, Carl Rostrimsky, 1967 for Yaz.
And he only hit like 301.
He hit 326 that year.
Well, then that's the wrong one I'm thinking of. There was a year I thought where they or maybe Yastrzemski may hold the last to have I don't know. There's a 301 associated him. I thought that was that.
Yastrzemski was 326 that year, and then before that, it actually happened a year before that as well. Frank Robinson did it in 66.
And the pitching Triple Crown, as we said, is We've had some runs at it. I think Garrett Cole may have made a run at it one year. But anyway, Chris Sale is in that position. Braves win last night. And Montreal Johnson, again, cleared. What does that mean? Does he play Saturday? It would be a boost if he's healthy, if he's the Montreal Johnson that we've come to expect, at least. Hicken Arrival and more come your way next. The Riley Report debuts today, 35. So stick around for more college football talk there as well. Glad you're up and at 'em with us on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Do you know what the secret of life is?
No, what?
One thing. Just one thing.
What's the one thing?
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Jacksonville is now open, and you're invited in as a VIP to tour the all-new facility. Be one of the first 100 people to check out the complete lineup of luxury vehicles by September 8th and see if you can crack the code to win a brand new car. See dealer for details. No purchase necessary. Genesis of NortheastJacksonville.com. And now open on Atlantic Boulevard. Genesis, where luxury is redefined.
Oh, it's the best time of the year. Football season is here. I love fantasy football, and man, so happy to discover the Underdog fantasy app about this time last year. Go ahead, gang. You can gravy train off of me. It's real simple. You have statistical projections, and you just got to go higher or lower. That's simple, man. You look at, a game coming up a week from Sunday. Trevor Lawrence, 248 passing yards. Higher or lower, man? Roll it out there. Get it right. And by the way, when you download the Underdog app right now, super fun, easy to play, easy to get started. There are lots of the research tabs in there to make your best decisions. You can follow favorite players or teams. There's a lot there, but discover it for yourself. And when you use the app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com, sign up with the promo code PROSSER, and Underdog will give you a special to use on your first contest and a deposit offer. So, Underdog Fantasy promo code PROSSER. I love playing it myself. If you are concerned with your play, 1-800-GAMBLER or ncpgambling.org.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Feeling the heat, Jacksonville? Cool down with Bold City Heating and Air. From repairs to energy-efficient installs, we do it all. Family-owned and trusted since 2016, we offer clear pricing, NATE-certified techs, and unbeatable service. Call Bold City Heating and Air today and experience the bold difference. Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Bold City AC. Visit boldcityac.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
These are the last days for Monahan Jewelers store-wide 50 to 60% off sale. These are the biggest savings we could possibly offer with everything on display, discounted 50 to 60% off, ending Saturday, August 31st. We bought so much brand new jewelry that we need to make room for it. And the only way to do that is to give you huge deals at 50 to 60% off everything. And the sale ends Saturday, August 31st. Diamond jewelry, colored gemstones, gold chains, everything. Everything on display is 50 to 60% off at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my successful back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Baker Glass. Gator head coach Billy Napier, during his presser, pointed to what was needed for the Gators to have success against the Miami Hurricanes.
In these types of games, emotion will not be needed. Energy, we won't be lacking for that. I think the key here is that we execute.
Gators want to be more dynamic on offense. That's an area where quarterback Graham Mertz is taking accountability for.
And it's my job to give him a shot to go make a play. We want to be explosive. We weren't as explosive as we wanted last year, but yeah, I like the deep ball too.
FSU head coach Mike Norvell saw the lack of explosive plays as a reason for the Noles' loss against Georgia Tech.
Offensively, we really lacked the explosive play, showing up. We had a couple big runs, couple of decent passes, but we just missed that explosive play.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
76 degrees at 6:59. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yes, sir! He poured some sugar on me last night.
Oh, yeah. He's
Could've
killed you
done that
twice
song.
this week.
I could have been guilty of a crime last night.
Yeah, I felt.
I appreciate you letting me stay up. I had a long day yesterday. I played golf.
Taxing. This guy plays. He's played now 4 times since the last time I played.
I was exhausted, and I motored through a comeback down 4-0 and grinded back to 5-4, and a great night.
Playing in Arizona, ladies and gentlemen. So it's late night. It's about midnight.
Late. Dozed off.
Keep bringing him in the 8th. Is that normal?
No, dozed off just a touch, but woke up. We took the lead in like the 5th. I woke up, and it was the 8th, and Mayton had just walked, and so they're talking about, all right, get us a 4-out save, Sugar. We haven't used him that much this year, and this guy is throwing it all over the yard. Ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, ball 4, ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, ball 4. Oh, the bases are loaded. Great. And up comes the little dude, Corbin Carroll, and he just hangs a slider like he did on Sunday. And there's 2 devastating losses to the Pod Squad and the D-backs, and this is why I rightfully so have called out the Metropolitans. They battle, but they're just not quite good enough. But Sugar has had one great year, and we gave him $100 million, and he sucks. So sorry.
Did you want to? You wanted to at the time, no? Yeah. Because he about what he.
I was after his great
year. So
he
hadn't been right since he tore his knee in the WBC.
He missed all last year, and then this year's been not very good at all. This is 6 blown saves, 14 saves.
Yeah, that's
I mean, he's just no good. It's not good enough, bro.
That's fair.
I'm putting you in the 7th inning.
I feel you.
Give me somebody else. But that was so. Now we're 4 back with 30 to go. Not going to be easy. We do again. We get to play the Phils and the Braves. So if we're just going to have to beat you guys, obviously, and that's easier said than done. I'm just disappointed in that one. That one was, but I can't waste time on that. I got ball this weekend. They got me to meaningful games in September, so I got to get ready for the Jag season. I got things to do, places to go. I'm about tired of staying up late and watching the Mets ruin my night day after day. And yet today they'll play in the afternoon, and probably some point today I'll probably flip them on because I'm a sick, sick man. But it's good to be here. We got a lot to do today, a lot of fun things going on here. And I saw this. I hate to hit you with this. I saw this right off the rip.
We had 4 with Philly, by the way. The Braves, from that standpoint, are kind of similar to the Mets. Like your last hope is, well, you got 4 left. I would happily just take a split and keep on wild card pace.
I've heard through the grapevine, and I don't expect this to happen. However,
how much longer will you be mine?
That a couple things. Florida has a legitimate shot. They're like 2nd in the running for the Boozer twins.
I've heard that too.
Now,
that's higher than I knew they were in it. I didn't realize is Duke number 1. Yeah. Why would you go?
You got to topple the giant.
That's just not happening. That's a nice little bouquet you're throwing to Todd Golden. Keep it up, kid. We like what you're doing. Not yet.
Yeah, but
They need to have some success.
They're visiting September 7th. So anyway, we shall see.
If they could, that would certainly that will shoot Florida up into that Alabama territory in the SEC, Tennessee territory. They're going to be a top 10, year in, year out top 10 team. Because if you get those two, Dan, now you're going to get that kind of guy every year. You are.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be a tournament team. Agreed?
Yeah, I think
they need some tournament success. That's what's missing. It's been a decent start, the NIT, and then go to the tourney, lose a game. Don't play much defense.
Florida finally released its depth chart for week 1.
Yeah,
so
what do you got for me?
Took a little peek-see at that. Some changes, subtle changes, I think. We got a lot of ors. Sometimes we get the ors where, in other words, we're not telling you who the starter is.
Or they giving you like 3 edge rushers for 2 spots. Am I getting that?
Like you got, the Badger kid and
that's
Khalil Jackson.
Okay.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Badger listed first, though.
Okay. He's the, Arizona State transfer.
Yeah. So pretty decent.
Miami's got a ton of transfers, too. I was reading.
Trey Wilson be the other starter, and that Wisconsin kid will be the other starter with backed up by Mizell, Burke, and, again, Jackson. A little subtle change on the O-line. To me, it looks like Cameron Waits won the right tackle job over Crenshaw Dixon, the kid from San Diego. So,
that's not good
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good here's what the interesting thing is. That's the strength for Miami. There's some weaknesses for one squad or the strength for the other. It's a very personnel wise, very even matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Miami's got great receivers, but Florida's secondary is decent.
Mm-hmm.
Florida's receivers are somewhat unproven, but so are Miami's secondary, the corners especially. And there's, Florida's offensive line is supposed to be good if you look at PFF, but I don't know. I got to see.
We'll find out. Montrell Johnson looks like he's going to play, so that's huge
we do
news.
have to remind ourselves that for the most part, it was not the offensive problem. It was to a degree against FSU, but by then you didn't have any. You have a quarterback.
Yeah.
So the offense did its part. The defense was so god awful in the special teams.
So Montrell Johnson cleared to go, so that was great news.
See the gamesmanship yesterday? Did you see that?
What do you got?
Miami going to wear the all white.
Oh, yeah, I seen that go.
Because Florida, is Florida going for the whiteout, though? That's where the gamesmanship comes in.
Yeah, but I mean.
Does it matter?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
And these people, they're just what idiots Florida. We're wearing blue.
Okay, wear blue.
Whatever, dude.
I think the university's trying to throw you a solid there because it's going to be 100 degrees. They're going to put you in white, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then revolt, Gator Nation. Wear orange. Who cares?
I don't care. I got a lot more to worry about on the field, and you're worried about what you're wearing.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
You're stupid, and we're idiots. And no, we're not. I mean, good Lord. But anyway, on the defensive side of the ball, a couple names I haven't heard of. So this will be fun. I'll have to ask my son about these guys. But there is Cameron James is one of the potential starters, but he'll play, obviously. And then the other kid I don't know much about is George Gums Jr. Now, I bet I can Google right now.
George Gums Jr. sounds like a great SEC guard.
I bet I can Google him right now and
Gums, get in there.
See where he's see if he's a transfer kid or.
I think this one's going to come down. The home field's going to mean a lot because of the noise, and so who doesn't turn it over, right? So those mistakes I think are going to cause one of these two teams to lose to the other. It looks like a 24-20 game to me, Dan. Can you make the plays at the end to win?
Yeah.
They haven't done that a lot under Napier. They did, however, against Utah in a similar, opener. Similar, even a better opponent. That Utah team, I think, was top 10 when they came to town. Weren't they 6?
George Gums has been through the portal. He started at Northern Illinois, went to Cincinnati, and now he's at Florida.
You bet he is.
So that's what I figured. I figured he was. Anyway, but he's a guy who
they call him Gumball.
We haven't heard too much about. So there would be another guy. Pup looks like he may start. It'd be him or Wingo. Pup's a big kid, 6'4", 238.
Pup, I saw this stat. Didn't miss a tackle last year at South Carolina.
I don't think he played a ton, but
there was a number.
Mm-hmm. Castell, Asa Turner up on the back end, Devin Moore. And
probably a strength there. You
Jason
got a
Marshall.
Freshman All-American and a really good transfer from Washington.
Yeah. So anyway, that's your Florida.
They're capable. They're certainly not. This is a game that at home you got to go win, right? You got to go win this game at home. And if it were Miami and Cristobal, they'd need to go win that game at the Hard Rock. You got to win that game at home. You have to. And really, there's more pressure on Miami. And there really is. I know there's pressure on overall on Billy Napier, but they're the ones that are ranked. They're the ones that are on the road. And I don't know. It's like they put up this, nah, I can't hear you. Know what? But I mean, Cristobal, at some point, they're going to start to say, wait, what gives? Right? He can't go 6-6 or 7-5, and no one thinks they will. I'm not predicting that, but.
Excluding Cam, Jeff Prosser, most career passing yards in the NFL by who leads? What Gator quarterback has the most career passing yards in the NFL? Excluding Cam.
Yeah.
I think
it's one of two guys, I think. It feels like it's Rex Grossman.
Mm-hmm. He's second.
Okay. Oh, so he's third.
No, he's third.
Okay.
Excluding
All right,
Shane.
okay.
10,230.
Is it Shane?
No, Shane is fourth.
Okay.
Spurrier has more than Shane.
So he's in between Grossman and
Grossman, Spurrier, Matthews.
Okay, so number one, you know who this is? It's Jacoby Brissett.
It is Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
10,500.
But he didn't graduate there. That's almost,
Yeah,
you almost can't
true.
count that. You don't get a guy unless he graduates there.
That's fair.
That's like NC State claiming Russell.
That's fair.
Russell Wilson.
So our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Florida Gators, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the PGA Tour.
Wow.
15 different locations.
Kind of the mogul of the home building industry.
Boy, oh boy, those guys.
Look at you.
2.99%.
Big hitter over there.
Yeah, 2.99% interest rate for the first year, and it goes up excrementally. It's a terrific deal. And just go to dreamfindershomes.com. They'll help you navigate. If you think you can't afford a house, you may be able to with Dreamfinders Homes, is all I'm saying. Anyway, which of these Sunshine State schools will finish with the best win-loss record? I changed it up this FSU, Florida, Miami, or UCF.
I don't know.
Because you just watched FSU, so that may change the way you feel. Or does Miami have the easiest schedule, which I think they do? Florida, we know about their schedule. And
Florida,
UCF.
yeah, I don't. This is such a different question from who's the best team of these four.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know UCF's schedule. I don't know their where they stand. I think they were picked 4th or 5th though in the Big 12. So, but I feel 7. I don't know what to make of FSU. I'm sure FSU fan feels the same way. I don't know what to make. There's a part of me that says, golly, it looks like a 6-6 team.
Yeah.
That we're going to have a whole year. Eventually, by week 4, they're going to be pulling DJU at halftime.
Right.
And it's just going to be that kind of, I don't know. So, and I think Miami's losing this weekend. I think Florida's schedule's too hard. I'm not going to answer. I'm going to take a pass.
Okay. Well, it must be a good question because I have 4 in double digits.
Unbelievable. It's very hard. I think I might go UCF.
Now, I also have, I'm sure I have some influence, but right now Miami is last at 17.8%. UCF is second to last at 23.1%. FSU is second at 27.6%.
God bless your followers.
Go
I
Gators,
love
31.5%.
I love them. Right now, you know where they are. They're on
We're
golf
sky
tee
high.
ordering one of those shirts you're promoting. That's what they're doing
Or
right
golfteerepair.com.
Straight from there, right from one to the next.
Punch it in that Gainesville 20.
Let me answer Hicken's poll question. I'm going to order whatever Hicken tells me to order.
I love
it.
that.
Yeah.
Good for them. Anyway.
Call that reach.
Yeah. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. Dreamfinders Homes, unbeatable interest rates, 2.99% year one, 15 Jacksonville communities. Just go to dreamfindershomes.com for all your information, and they'll help you navigate your home purchase. So I saw that, and then I'm going to bring, and then I'm done. I've had a wonderful segment here, and I feel like I've given it an A+ effort, especially with what happened to me last night. The fact that I'm tired and such, a little bit cranky.
You're still wearing the team colors. Impressive.
Yeah, I always wear the team colors.
That's not true. You literally had a funeral earlier this year.
I did. Gibby, can I get a stat of the day, please?
Wow. That's just
His name is
shook me up.
Jacksonville's favorite sportscaster. I know it doesn't rhyme. It's Dan Hicken, stat of the day.
By the way, shout out to our friend Balls Davis up there in Soho on the treadmill next to Rick Pitino at his workout.
Did he point that out to you?
Yeah.
He tweeted it?
Yeah.
Is it literally from today or earlier in the week? Or
must be either today or yesterday. So
sadly, Balls looks as old as Pitino.
Oh, dear. Trevor Lawrence.
You heard me, Balls. You didn't send me the photo.
Wild stat about Trevor Lawrence. It's not that he's lost 21 fumbles in the last 3 seasons, which we all know is the worst in the NFL. No other quarterback even has 15. So one of Jags fans' hopes on Trevor is the fumbles go away. And they should. They're supposed to. You're not supposed to fumble that much. But this one isn't necessarily his fault either. But Trevor Lawrence when his defense does not record a takeaway. You know what his record is? 1-18.
I wonder what other. I wonder how many teams win. Forget the quarterback. How many teams win if they don't force a turnover?
1-18.
I'm going to guess it's not that bad, obviously, but I bet you it's 25% of the time you win if you don't force a turnover.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a game where neither of you do.
He also went through a terrible year with Urban, which didn't help his one-loss record.
That's fair.
So
you get 10 or 11 of them there.
Yeah, but it did stand out to me. I was like, oh, goodness gracious, 1-18.
That's a big number. Yeah, that catches your eye. Let's come back. I have
I like that.
I have a Shazam spotlight. I'm going to jam into the 10-minute drill when we come back.
Jam away.
We got Doc Murphy. The Riley Report starts today. More college football talk, 8:35, the former ACC Player of the Year.
Oh.
Yeah. We've got Jeff Cameron from Tallahassee joining us tomorrow to give us a postmortem on the Knowles season. It was fun while it lasted.
The season?
Yeah. So, we're here. We're here for you. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Hey, gang, Hicken here. I want you guys to join the Jumbo Shrimp and the Tristan Bailey Foundation this weekend, Saturday, by recognizing our angel parents across Northeast Florida. We're honoring the lives of children lost to violence. It's coming up Saturday night. We got baseball, family, food, and fireworks. And we got a 4-pack of tickets just to give away, courtesy of the Tristan Bailey Foundation. Right now, 641-1010. That's the number to call, 641-1010. You'll join the family of Tristan Bailey. And if you can't purchase tickets through tbstrong.org, a portion of the proceeds will go back to the Tristan Bailey Foundation. Gang, want to give you a night at the ballpark, do some good in our community, raise some money for the Tristan Bailey Foundation. We'll see you at the park on Saturday night. And we thank Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Don't let the state decide your fate. 641-1010, the number to call if you want to go see the Jumbo Shrimp with a 4-pack of tickets this Saturday.
Beeson's College Football Guide delivers betting previews of all 134 teams with best bets for the playoffs, Heisman Trophy, season win totals, conference winners, and much more. Only on Beeson. Pro subscribers get the full guide, but you can download your free copy of the guide right now. Featuring a betting preview of the Gators, Seminoles, and Bulldogs at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com. Download your free copy of the guide right now.
Yo, if you've been following me on my bookie, you will know that I'm hitting for straight cash, homie. It's your boy E.T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using my bookie's sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app necessary. Just click on the link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. Did you know that the average college football game runs about 180 plays? Every catch, sack, and touchdown is another way to hit that straight cash, homie, using my bookie. And when you bet with my bookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of the action. And I'm speaking from experience. A few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting games of the season. So make sure you head over to my bookie. And don't forget to use promo code 1010XL when signing up to claim that $1,000 bonus on the first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Smooth sailing and a smooth taste of Vida de Luis, an all-natural tequila made with volcanic spring water and aerated to provide a smoother finish. Go to VidaDeLuis.com and set a course for smooth living today.
He thinks he knows what he's talking about.
Of course.
Find out if he does.
Is there anything else we need to know?
Catch CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco every Friday afternoon on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Hello,
First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
I'm Taylor Rose with our Remedy Staffing Westside office off of Normandy Boulevard. We are helping great people find great jobs. Remedy has helped some of the best employers in Jacksonville find talented job seekers like you for over 25 years. Our current job openings range from entry-level distribution center pickers to equipment operators. Apply today at remedygoodjobs.com. Don't wait. Apply at remedygoodjobs.com now.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
High Flying Jack O'Brien here, sports fans. And now, I'm going to share the absolute right way to pronounce Kuhn flowers. It's Kuhn. Kuhn flowers. Remember, use Kuhn flowers. Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
This season, check out our revamped website at southernsteerbutcher.com. Click on the Promotions tab, and our Jacksonville weekly grilling specials will hit you in the face like a hot route over the middle.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Advanced Business Solutions, your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
All
right.
Dan, I've been
yes, sir.
Paying attention to what you've done so far today. So can I offer you just a little bit of constructive criticism?
Please.
Now, this isn't going to come directly from me.
I always like to get better.
Well, this is just some constructive criticism from the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's constructive. Like
yes,
the audience is in tune. Like,
I always appreciate
you ready?
that.
You ready? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're allowed to talk about more sports than the Gators. What about that new guy at the Jags? Why did we sign somebody? The Kansas City let go the running back. So if you could be more like that, maybe we could hit that next level.
All right. I like that.
You're allowed to talk about more sports than the Gators.
Okay.
What about that new guy at the Jags? So first, Dan, could you talk a little bit for me about that new guy at the Jags?
Okay.
There's probably 30 new guys. You can pick any one you want, but talk about that new guy at the Jags for me, if you could. That would, I think, branch out. You'd almost think that the Gators open against Miami this weekend and the Jaguars were off.
Well,
the way you're talking. Just
Jeff,
Gator, Dan.
I'm excited about Louis Rees-Zammit.
Yeah, that new guy. Okay. Uh-huh.
He was released by the world champions. the former Wales rugby union star.
Okay, yeah.
Is expected to sign with our squad.
Oh, okay.
Louis Rees Zammit.
So you are aware of that. You're just,
Yeah. And
you just chose not to gatekeep that particular. No, what about, well, let me ask you
what's
this.
exciting is that when the Jags go over to London, that would be a big time for Louis.
Well, let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
Why did we sign somebody?
Well, we're probably adding guys to the practice squad. We got a 17th spot for international players.
Okay.
So I'm pumped, and I'm going to go down to the stadium Monday and hang out outside in hopes of getting Louis Rees Zammit's autograph.
Well, when we get Riley on for the Riley report today, it'd probably be a good idea. Just lay off the Gator Miami talk like that's important or interesting, and let's talk about that new guy.
Well, thank you for that.
Let's drop this one on Riley. Riley, just up first, Kansas City let go of the running back. Your thoughts?
Well, he's a special teams ace too. Louis Rees Zammit.
Well, good. You handled that well.
Thank you.
I'm glad. I mean, it's important to finger on the pulse, baby. All right, I got a Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. There are big games, Dan, and then there are big games.
Okay.
Although, I mean, as we're both married into the school employees of the school system, right? So we're all for finding a reason to not have school one day, right? Whether it's a snow day, rain day, whatever it is. Call this a West Virginia Penn State Day. Monongahela County Schools has announced they are closed on Friday.
We talking up there in Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
by the river.
That's in West Virginia. Actually. I believe that's in West Virginia. Isn't it? I think, yeah.
Well, the Monongahela is one of the three rivers, isn't it?
It is, but I believe that's West Virginia's county. I believe. I think Penn State is not Monongahela. They're nowhere near that, right?
Okay.
When you say, where is the game? Is it at West Virginia?
West Virginia.
Or is it at Pittsburgh? Are they meeting in the middle? No, it's at West. Well, so yeah, there you go. County schools there in Morgantown have announced they are closed on Friday. You ready?
Okay.
Due to the anticipated traffic congestion from the Pat McAfee show and the West Virginia Penn State game on Saturday.
We're burning couches, baby.
I mean,
one of our own's coming home.
Any of you kids out there, you need a day off. Let's just schedule, Tim Tebow to come back to town for the day.
He is such a cantankerous dude, man.
McAfee is? Yeah, I don't really watch.
He did, yesterday, I guess ESPN put their heavy hitters out for like a panel for the media. To answer, it was like Stephen A.
Okay.
I guess Greeny, L. Duncan, McAfee. And the questions turned to McAfee about journalism, and he just went off. And it's just, again.
Went off about what?
About journalism and how.
McAfee did?
Yeah.
He's the example of what it's not. Is he saying that?
No, he's saying.
He thinks they are?
It's just, we don't get any credit for breaking stories.
Well, that's because you get plowed on national TV. You can't be both. You can't be the partying, frat guy and be the leader of the debate team.
He just calls everybody out, and he's just kind of almost bully-esque a little bit to me. But whatevs, I don't care. I talked about how I felt.
Monongahela, not Monongahela. So there you go. Thank you, Googans.
I thought you knew West Virginia.
Well, I just
Aren't
thought
you
he
from
misspelled
West Virginia?
I'm not from Morgantown. I don't know what the counties are.
You're from the southern part.
I'm like 13 years old. You think I know what counties are?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I didn't. So I didn't know.
Didn't you go to like Puckett Middle School or something?
Bridgeport Middle School. Shout out Mr. 10. Once took a. Yeah. This is great. Mr. 10 went to Bridgeport Middle School years ago, like 40 years after I'd been there.
40 years.
And he put up out next to the marquee. Home of Jeff Prosser. He put on the marquee out.
That was fantastic.
That was yeah. I think McAfee's an acquired taste, and it's depending.
But anyway, that'll be a big time. They're going there, I think, today.
Yeah. That's a big one. That's a big.
Does this mean that game day is there? Where's game day? Are they at Miami? I don't even know where they are.
I don't think they're in Gainesville. I think we would know that.
Yeah.
Could they be at Clemson, Georgia? Maybe. No, they're at College Station. I bet Notre Dame, Texas A&M. That's a ESPN night game. That's probably it. I can't. They're not going to the Fox game. No way. McAfee will take his show there, but there's no way ESPN is going to a Fox game.
Yeah, they're in College Station.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You can follow that leprechaun around,
Yeah, that's fine. I got no problem with that. It's a big game.
Well, anyway, so if you live up there in Morgantown, congratulations, kids. Just, go play a 4-day weekend. Already get Labor Day.
Light up a couch or two.
That's what they do.
Yeah. I got no problem with that. That's called tradition, my friend.
I'm now we're to the point where it does annoy me, and this is fair to Brandon Ayuk, Chase. Y'all are weak, man. You're weak. This is weak. It's weak. It's weak. You got a contract. You get paid a lot of money. You did your best to get it negotiated. It's weak that your teammates are out there fighting and bleeding and sweating. You're weak, man.
I like the Bengals coach.
Weak sauce.
Bengals coach had to backtrack. He thought he had him back in.
It's not his fault. That's because Chase told him that. It's another black mark on Chase. It's not cool to come strolling in 40 minutes late in jean shorts and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's weak. It's a bad look. So
Chase is in his third year. So he has 2 years left on his rookie contract. The 5th-year option is worth $21.8 million, which he would get. Now, again,
Ayuk is making $15 million this year. You play to get to this point. Just stop it. I got Debo, who has played through every leg injury known to man to play football for the Niners, and here you are walking around, in shorts and, slider shoes. Stop it. You're weak. Your GM said it perfectly. At some point, you got to play football.
Yeah, he's now annoyed.
Now just sit down. Now, you know what? Let's move forward without this joker.
I don't like that.
Just sitting him. Conduct and,
I cannot think.
Just weak.
That the hold-ins are a good thing.
They're just weak.
I think I would rather tell them.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'd send you home. And then they'd find some semantics that would let them off the hook of
remember when
accountability.
Jimmy G was on the other field. And I think that you can't help but, if you're Ayuk too, your teammates are around you. You're out there busting it. And at some point you look across the thing and go, man, we're out here working. This guy's, and I know you don't, they say publicly they'll say all the right things, but deep down it probably bothers them. Deep down. We have ball tonight, too, by the way.
Yeah, I
got a couple games
Dion
on the
and Colorado
docket.
are by far what catches my eye about tonight.
Okay.
Is there another game that should?
Isn't that Minnesota, North Carolina game tonight?
For me, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Dion starts it. I won't watch, till from start to finish, but it's a big year for Dion's coaching future. I believe that. You can't go 4-8, 5-7 again. Not with the way you chat.
Not when you have a first-round pick.
You got to back it up.
Quarterback.
That's right. You got to back it up. And you, by the way, have come in with this air of omnipotence when it comes to dispatching whoever's on your roster, bringing in whoever you want. So you better be right.
Yeah.
You've really just put your hand all. There's never been a more massive turnover.
Okay. Well, yeah, it'll be. And it's not an easy. It's North Dakota State, who they're usually in one of them their playoffs in that little FCS or whatever you call it, and they usually go pretty far. They're a good football program. So
yeah, when was Colorado's first real game? Because Dion has always brought the attention on himself. It's never bothered him. I don't know if he's learned that doesn't apply to everyone that's associated with you. Mm-hmm. Not everyone on your team, perhaps, is able to bring all the attention, positive, negative, on themselves and then back it up. Because, Dion, you were like a world-class, top 5 all-time cornerback athlete, and your roster, not so much. So, I'm sure Dion is perfectly comfortable just bringing it because he can always back it up. I'm not so sure his team can. But North Dakota State tonight, they're a big favorite.
Yeah,
they're at Nebraska, so that's fun to see that rivalry renewed. That's a good one there. You got Matt Rule, right? A coach of coaches, right? The traditional college coach going to do it my way. This is a big-time rivalry back in the day, Colorado-Nebraska.
Oh,
big one back in the early 90s.
They play next week?
Yeah, next Saturday they play at Nebraska.
And then they play Colorado State, a rival, so
Which
they don't like
last
each
week
other.
went
It was a great,
yeah. But the schedule's not difficult, man. Their toughest game, they only play 4 ranked teams.
They do come to the Sunshine State. UCF gets them at home.
A conference game now.
Yeah.
That's a Big 12.
But they only play 4 ranked teams. 18 Kansas State, 21 Arizona, 12 Utah, and 22 Kansas. No, I'm sorry, 17 Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
So just a bunch, they got a handful there from 15 to 25, it looks like. And they need to be onto, you need to beat North Dakota State, Nebraska, Colorado State, Baylor, UCF. What do you think their record will be? Baylor, by the way, is no good anymore. Don't put a.
I think they got a chance to be like a 8-3 type team.
Well, or 4,
8
or
9
4,
8-4.
Yeah,
I'd say 8-4, maybe.
Yeah, I think these first 5 games probably going to define that.
I'll be curious to see what happens next year after his sons leave.
I know. Does
he stay? Is he going to continue to coach out there?
Despite what he says, it feels like he'd leave when they're gone, but I don't know if he would.
He says he's in it, so we shall see.
Missouri plays tonight.
Missouri
Yeah,
does.
They
but
play
they play
Murray,
like-
Murray
yeah.
State,
Yeah.
Oh,
8
boy.
o'clock on SEC Network.
Oh, boy. Well, Missouri's got a beautiful schedule, man.
Yeah,
Favored by 47 tonight.
Yeah,
I wish we had their schedule.
not me. I'd rather play Miami than Murray State. 100%.
I'll take their schedule right now and get 9 wins and be happy.
I mean, this if you did. Iowa take this opener over that one all day long.
So, all right, 641-1010. Tell them what they're going to win, Gibby.
Yeah, so we just gave away a 4-pack for the Jumbo Shrimp. We've got a pair left to give away for the Jumbo Shrimp. That's for one lucky winner.
Mm-hmm.
And then for another lucky winner, we've also got lunch for 2 to Tropical Smoothie. Hey, Jags fans, Tropical Smoothie Cafe is welcoming new Tropic Bowls to paradise. Enjoy the Bahama Mama Bowl, inspired by their fan-favorite smoothie and topped with fresh pineapple, strawberry, and coconut, or dig into a 32 grams of protein with the new peanut butter Protein Crunch Bowl. It's tropic time. Lunch for 2 at Tropical Smoothie. Caller number 2 right now, 641-1010. And then we'll take caller number 4 for those pair of tickets for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional non-commissioned sales team always puts your best interests first. Plus, every vehicle purchase comes with 2 years free maintenance. What Mazda moves you? Find out. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com to discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Youth will be served in Jacksonville, Florida this year for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have the 5th youngest team now that the 53s are in. The 5th youngest team, 25 and a half years old. The youngest team in the NFL, a good team, the Green Bay Packers. The 2nd youngest team, a good team, the Rams. The 3rd youngest team, a good team, the Bucks. The 4th youngest team, a good team, the Chiefs. So youth is served in the National Football League. However, the oldest team in the league, just in case you're wondering, the Miami Dolphins, almost 27 years old on average. And that's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by Lift Power. Summer's here, and our job market is hotter than ever. Lift Power looking for experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. Benefits include a 401k, a company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, this offer's too good to pass up. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Our rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. Family-owned and operated, screams stability. We want you to be part of our family. Don't let a great opportunity slip by. Learn more by going to liftpower.com. It's so easy, liftpower.com.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hon, what do you say we go to the supermarket today?
Again? Weren't we just there yesterday?
Well, yeah, but it's just so nice and cool in there.
Why don't we just get our air conditioning fixed?
Can we afford it?
We can with Duck Duck Air Conditioning. They offer financing.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it will be.
Beat the Florida heat with Duck Duck Air Conditioning. Jacksonville area's AC experts. Repairs to new installations. Trust the Duck to keep your cooling costs low. DuckDuckAC.com.
Weekends were made for sports, and I'll tell you my take on this weekend's best options. Hicken here. Watch for Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook. Weekend with Dan is brought to you by Stone Core. We do outdoors better.
With deep pockets and huge resources, truck companies may think they can get away with a small settlement after an accident. But at Farah & Farah, our team isn't afraid to go toe-to-toe with them, to fight for every penny you're entitled to under the law. If you've been in a truck accident, call Farah & Farah. Put our big truck experience to work for you. Jacksonville.
Tickets are on sale now for this year's Florida Forum Speaker Series featuring former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, physician and author Deepak Chopra, and author of Bad Monkey and Hoot, Floridian novelist Carl Hiaasen. Funds raised are for Kids Care Mobile ICUs, neonatal and pediatric critical care transport vehicles. These vehicles and helicopters safely transport more than 2,000 infants and children a year to Wolfson Children's Hospital. Get your tickets now at thefloridaforum.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
The time to buy an emergency generator is before you need it, not when you're sitting in the dark. Storms happen in a hurry in Florida, so be prepared. Protect your family and property with American Electrical Contracting. Call them today, 737-7770.
Atlantic Self-Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self-Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving, they can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
Satisfied that all is well with your business operations? If your IT security and print management is working, you must have hired ABS, Advanced Business Solutions, your local Xerox copier dealer. ABS, Advanced Business Solutions.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
That's an Irish jig.
Dropkick Murphys.
FSU fan doesn't want to hear any more Irish music for a while, perhaps.
Oh, no. Doc, how are you? Dr. Kevin Murphy in the house here.
Doc, let me ask you a question. If a dude has knee surgery in early August, and here we are 2 days away from August 31st, and they pronounce him cleared to play, what does that mean? And can you now assume procedures? Granted, we don't know exactly what happened. And does cleared to play, I know what we've always said. Cleared to play should be cleared to play.
Yep.
There's a part of me that thinks cleared to play means he'll be in uniform.
Well, it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a trimming of a meniscus or just taking loose pieces and smoothing a little bit of cartilage out.
And it has to be.
Who are you talking about?
Montreal Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Gators running back.
Well, you didn't mention it.
I'm
so
sorry.
I
I
was
should
trying
have.
to figure it out.
Yeah.
He's going to play.
Well, my point, if it's painful enough that you have to have a surgical procedure, can it be minimal enough to get back that quick? I guess that's where I'm stuck.
Well, that's a good point.
Okay.
So if a meniscus is causing pain, that when he runs and plants and it hurts, that he can't do it well, then you go in and trim that meniscus because you don't fix all those. To your point, you wouldn't necessarily say, hey, you've got a meniscus that's kind of beat up and we're going to trim and smooth it. A lot of those you wait till after the season. You can get them through it with, a cortisone shot here or there. But if it's bad enough that it's hurting him that he can't play well, then you bite the bullet and do it. But it wouldn't have been a repair. It's not a big ligament thing. It's going to be a simple trimming of a meniscus or
if
pulling little loose pieces
just the fact that you've had to put a surgical instrument on the dude's skin and open up his knee and go inside, and I know that there's certainly that 2 or 3 days where just kind of trying to get back to normal with everything being perfect, a fast healer and the best in rehab. How close to 100% can a guy be that with that turnaround?
Well, most of the time you're going to put a tourniquet on. and squeeze that so you can see well. If you're really trying to push them to get back, you may choose to not do a tourniquet and put a little more pressure on we do it with a water pump, the surgery. So you might put more pressure on the pump so you can see. But that would be the quickest way to get them back. If you didn't use a tourniquet,
what is it? And what would a tourniquet do versus?
So when you squeeze the leg with a tourniquet, you blow that up so it basically cuts the blood flow off to the leg. And so that inhibits the muscle. So that can shut the muscle down for a period of time. And that's where you see these guys have a hard time getting their quad back. Yeah. Exactly. So that's the big key to getting them back is getting the muscle back. Usually you can get they're like we talked about, they're in rehab 3 times a day. So they're getting the swelling out and all that stuff going. But if you squeeze that leg and the muscle's not recovered quickly, that's a problem.
Is it and the last question, I'm sorry, we're treating Montreal Johnson like he's Emmitt Smith here. Is it a pain or is it a strength issue?
Well, it's most time it's pain.
Okay.
But the pain can be related to the muscle not being there. When you pound it, it swells.
Give up a little bit. It gives it,
Yep.
Gotcha.
We got, it's the PUP list time of the year, which is physically unable to perform. If you go on the PUP list, you're out for at least the first 4 games. That's kind of how the league works. And for the Jaguars, there's 2 Chubbs who will play that we play in the first 2 weeks. There's Nick Chubb, the running back who we've talked a little bit about, and they put him on the PUP list, so they made that official. He blew his knee to pieces and is hopefully working his way back, whether he ever is the same
knee, as Doc told us. There's a lot going against him.
I'm just be really surprised if he can compete at the same level.
I see a lot of people drafted Nick Chubb in their fantasy. I wouldn't do it in the 17th round.
And then Bradley Chubb is a Dolphin edge guy who had
they made a play for, right? That was like a first-round pick they gave up for Chubb.
Yeah, he had a knee, and he's been placed on the list. And I don't know when he did it, but again, it's just working your way back from a knee injury there is a time factor involved.
Well, there is on most of them. And again, some of them you do surgery and try and get it, thinking you can get it back quicker, but that doesn't always work to get them back quick.
Is there any difference between a fracture and a stress fracture? What is a stress is it a stress fracture always in the foot or is it in other things?
It can be in other things, but most commonly in the foot. You can get them in runners around the knee as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it's easy to
What is a stress fracture versus a fracture?
So a stress fracture is a repetitive event that creates the fracture, and usually there's a buildup of bone as it's trying to heal itself as that's happening. So it looks a little different. And because of that, it's sometimes harder to get it to heal because there's chronic issues with the bone now. As opposed to an acute injury where you break the bone and fracture it, those heal predictably well. Stress fracture just may take a lot longer to heal.
Okay, to that point, the Cowboys corner who was so good last year, all those pick sixes, right? Yeah, he's expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks dealing with a stress fracture. How do you heal? Is that? Do they put screws in stress fractures or not necessarily?
Sometimes. Yeah, so usually it's to take the weight off it and eliminate the stress. Sometimes if it's not healing in that regard, you can try to stimulate the healing by putting a screw through the center of the bone that has some blood flow and stimulate that, what we call the intermedullary blood flow.
What would your guess be about this foot injury? And this is Vegas, and maybe one of the reasons why I said I haven't heard that much about him. How's he doing? That's Brock Bowers, who's out in Vegas since August 21st, so about a week. Foot injury is all we know. Now, the head coach...
Wasn't it foot last year that he came back so fast from? Wasn't that like high ankle?
Oh, yeah. The head coach...
It was high ankle.
Yeah, the head coach came back and said, while cautious, he does expect him to play week 1. So if you know he's going to be back, what might that be?
Well, it could be a sprain. A sprained ankle is the same thing. If it's a foot, it could be a turf toe. It could be, that they can recover from them quick. If it's this Lisfranc problem, that's the worrisome thing that Mojo had in those guys. Hopefully it's not that.
I think this guy, and I'm just assuming, well, 2 main reasons. One, the injury in the second half of the year, and the second, where we didn't see Georgia on that, platform we're used to seeing them in the playoffs, and we forget. Hick, you tell me, is there a better college tight end you can remember seeing?
No, he was a stud.
This guy is, and we're asleep on him now. He's forgotten. Look what tight ends have stepped into the NFL and done. I mean, that's a position. Sam Laporta and Hawkinson and Kittle, and they come in and they contribute right away in the passing game. So Bowers and his health, I think, would be big for our guy Shoe.
We haven't seen him since preseason week 1.
Right, I'm worried.
But
I drafted him, kind of mid fantasy draft as a sleeper, but I need
They say
seal
it's
in there.
precautionary.
Yeah.
It's not precautionary, obviously, right? I mean, again,
If it was anything big, though, you wouldn't mess around. You would get surgery, right? If he did have Liz Frank, no? I mean,
Well, Liz Frank, you immobilized.
and I've not
her.
heard Liz Frank. Have you? Has that
No.
been? Yeah, that had been referenced.
Yeah,
anywhere.
that'd be a worrisome thing. If it's a sprained ankle, they may be holding him. Maybe it's a low-grade ankle sprain that they'd give him a little more time to heal.
Why do I feel like this injury decision was more about hiding a guy who, even though he had played good in his last game, I mean, J.J. McCarthy, meniscus, out for the year? You make that decision in mid-August? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. So even
wouldn't you want him to get him back, take his time? I mean, he'll be back by week 10 or 11, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
I don't understand that
Worst
decision.
case, that's 3 months.
Yeah,
Right.
worst case. I mean, get him some action late. Give him something. It's your future. You traded up to do him. You let Kirk Cousins go. It surprised me when and this was kind of last week's news or over the weekend that they, going to shelf him for the season with a meniscus.
Yeah. I agree. Medically, that doesn't make sense.
All right.
Continuing our foot injuries.
We have a foot fetish this morning.
I do.
You and Rex Ryan.
Joey Bosa missed most of the second half of 2023 with a foot injury. Still has not been fully cleared ahead of week 1. That said, Jim Harbaugh said he expects him to be back for week 1. Well, I mean.
Well, whatever it is, that's a long time.
That's a long time,
right?
man.
Yeah.
Right?
If you need surgery, fix it, and you should be better.
And then our plantar fasciitis quarterback, Justin Herbert, according to Dan Fouts, it's no longer an issue. He said he spoke to him on August 23rd, insists he'll be good to go week 1. That I would expect to be okay.
Now, they did the right thing, just sit him.
Right.
He's not a rookie. He's fine.
Yeah. So
Bauer's a little different, right? That Bowers, dude, if he's healthy, he is going to be.
They said
he's
Bosa.
going to be a problem.
Bosa suffered a sprained right foot in week 11. Well, there's got to be more to that. If week 11 is November,
so sprained foot,
and you're not ready to go yet,
yeah,
come on.
sprained foot implies the Liz Frank midfoot injury that can be a big deal. So he may be struggling with some developing arthritis there.
Didn't Brock Bowers have that tightrope surgery?
Yes, I think he did. Yes, the Tua tightrope.
And is that like a quick fix?
Yes, right?
Well, it's
I shouldn't speak.
Let
me ask the doctor.
All right, hold on, Tony. It's a quick fix the way they did it, but it should not be a quick fix. The reality is that that's an internal brace. Basically, you're put in this suture, but the ligament still has to heal. So when you rush them back with that internal bridge in there and that internal brace, you're putting them at risk. So it still takes the same amount of time. So it's been used as a get back to play quick tool, but it really shouldn't be.
Okay. Yeah, you've said that. You've been consistent with that. And for some, it's been more effective and it didn't have the long term, but that. And look,
hopefully
and for
that's
Georgia,
not, but if they rushed him back and the thing splayed open and now he's got arthritis in his ankle, you did it. That guy, huge.
And in
disservice.
hindsight, the sad part, for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, he did it for nothing.
Hopefully that's not what it is, but I hope this is a new injury because that one fully healed by now, unless they put him back too soon and the ankle displaced, and now he's getting chronic ankle problems.
This isn't an actual injury, but it's an injury-like excuse now that we can take away from the Operation Weak Sauce there in San Francisco with their Operation Weak Sauce receiver, Brandon Ayuk. Officially, they haven't been fining him, while he's avoided practices in his, quote, hold-in, because goodness knows it's the second coming of Jerry Rice out there with Brandon Ayuk. He's been dealing with back and neck soreness. So they've used this. They've done him a solid of letting him claim these little petty little non-existent injuries so that he doesn't accrue the fines. But that ship sails yesterday with Ayuk. Well, once again, showing up in, shorts and a T-shirt and refusing to practice. And so the fines now are going to be added up.
I like to call it empty walletitis.
Yeah.
It's the disease that he and Jamar Chase, Trent Williams seem to have right now. They feel like, how that wallet has to be thick with Benjamins in your back pocket?
Yeah.
Apparently it's kind of flat.
Yeah,
Not quite enough in there.
Those bitcoins
16,
are kind of thick.
Yeah, 16 million ain't quite enough.
Yeah, I know. I was going to suggest that all three of those guys have already made more than anybody listening to the show right now will ever make.
Oh, that's
or
not
close
true.
to it.
Shad's listening.
Yeah, sure he is. Give us a call, Shad. Your thoughts.
Doc, anything? You got I failed to mention Bumps and Bruises is back, though, right?
Yep.
So I wanted to make sure that folks know that if you got kids playing football on Friday nights, just go to your website, right, se-ortho.com, find out. There's just a bunch of different places.
Yeah, we got 4 locations.
Yeah,
now.
so we got 4 locations, and it's so helpful. Look, my younger son went through it, and, you get something, you're not sure what it is. You wake up and your knee's swollen, or, something's hurting. You can get a jump on treatment or a jump on finding out what it is, and Doc and all his guys are always out there helping you out. So, yeah, definitely get
free service, 9 to 10 in the morning. Get in there and get working on getting better quickly.
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that folks know that, because that's out there, and that's a really good thing that Southeast Orthopedics does for all of us.
Doc, we got the Steelers and the Falcons week 1 there.
Oh,
Russell Wilson,
showdown.
QBing. You and your kid ought to run up there to Atlanta and take your whooping like men.
Oh, no, Doc. Don't do
All right,
it.
Doc, we'll see you
Thanks,
next
Doc.
week. This is The Drill. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday, 8 o'clock hour. Includes the debut of the Riley Report, so we'll dial up the former ACC Player of the Year, get his perspective on the college football weekend that's just really week 1 now. Unfortunately, it's week 0, and FSU already has a loss. Week 1 on the schedule this weekend, and Riley, among others, join us in the 8 o'clock hour. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Who are you guys?
Josie, Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy.
We're the Ghostbusters.
This is XL Prime Time.
You smell something?
Afternoons 2 to 4.
We came, we saw, we kicked it.
On 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at GolfTeeRepair.com. Now listen, GolfTeeRepair.com, they're not fixing golf tees. They're giving you opportunities to get some really great golf wear that's affordable from Jacksonville guys, for guys and ladies who love to play golf. We got polos, t-shirts, hats, hoodies. Man, we got cool shirts with college motifs, Florida, Florida State, Georgia. And the promo code to go to after you go to GolfTeeRepair.com is Gainesville 20, Athens 20, Tally 20. You get 20% off. I'll say it again. GolfTeeRepair.com, Gainesville 20. Check out that shirt. Athens 20, awesome. And Tally 20. Check out that shirt as well. They're great to wear in the summer. They're made out of bamboo, all natural materials. GolfTeeRepair.com. Enter promo code Gainesville 20, Tally 20, Athens 20, and you guys will thank me later.
Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Jacksonville is now open, and you're invited in as a VIP to tour the all-new facility. Be one of the first 100 people to check out the complete lineup of luxury vehicles by September 8th and see if you can crack the code to win a brand new car. See dealer for details. No purchase necessary. Genesis of NortheastJacksonville.com. And now open on Atlantic Boulevard. Genesis, where luxury is redefined.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago Donna said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
What's up? I'm Miles.
Hey, and I'm Jara.
And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich is how the flavors come together. First, I taste the smoky grilled chicken, then the pepper bacon with that maple bun, added with the sweet heat and the pickles.
I'm really sold on the pickle. It meets you in the middle with the sweetness and the heat.
It's spice-tastic.
Yum-licious.
Flavoristic.
The sandwich of the summer. The Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich.
Order the Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House. Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Got a cracked windshield? Not only is it dangerous, but did you know it's also illegal? Call Baker Glass. Mack and his crew use the best auto glass in the market, and they accept most insurance. Plus, all new windshields come with a full warranty. From cars, to trucks, to RVs, you can count on Baker Glass to be fast and friendly. Just check out their Google reviews. Come see us at the shop on Casta Avenue, or we can come to you at your home or business.
I'm Mac with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists returns with their free bumps and bruises evaluation clinics. Now with 4 locations, these free injury assessments are open to all schools and athletic programs. Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 through October 26th at Cortex Sports Performance in Ponte Vedra, Preferred PT in Fleming Island, and also at Brooks Rehab on Centurion Parkway and Brooks Rehab at World Golf Village.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Jacksonville. The Gators, having somewhat of an experienced team, should affect the tempo, according to head coach Billy Napier.
We've gotten to a point where I think we can play fast. Our height, length, and speed can be a factor in the game, and be aggressive in how we play.
Knowles head coach Mike Norvell thought his defense was underwhelming in their performance against Georgia Tech.
But their front did a good job of neutralizing our defensive front, which we've got to have more production out of that group.
Florida football running back Montrell Johnson Jr. returned to practice this week and is projected to start for the Gators in Saturday's opener in the Swamp against the Miami Hurricanes. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
77 degrees at 8:01. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Not enough can be said about their quarterback. I think statistically he leads the country in accuracy when under pressure. Certainly his touchdown to interception ratio lends you to understand how accurate, how decisive, what kind of the caliber of decisions he makes. He's on point. He's a very well-coached player. He's a very smart player, but he's also elusive. He's got great feet, great body control. He's got great awareness in the pocket, and he's a winner.
That's Mario Cristobal on Graham Mertz, Gators quarterback, who, statistically super efficient. And, I think they're looking for more of the big plays this go-round. Trey Wilson going into year 2 is probably the best candidate for an explosion to a national-level star that Florida has lacked.
That'd be nice.
And by the way, the Gator, the trophy cases down there in Gainesville have been built since Florida got good under Spurrier, have been built on the names of Riddell Anthony and Chris Doring and Jaquez Green and Ike Hilliard and Jabbar Gaffney and Percy Harvin and, Riley Cooper and Lewis Murphy and Taylor Jacobs. I just go on and on and on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
With first-round how many first-round receivers has Florida had since, Spurrier took over? I bet you it's 5. That's a lot. Travis Taylor. I mean, they just keep coming to your head. They have always had difference-making, almost superstar-level talent at receiver.
Yeah.
And it feels like Wilson's the first guy who can fit that ceiling that they've had in a while.
Well, they need that. I mean, that's an important part of what they're going to do, obviously, and he's going to have a huge year for Florida to get where, if they want to get.
I think so too. And those other receivers, at some point you got to step up past okay to difference making. They haven't had enough difference making.
1990, Stacy Simmons was the 83rd player taken.
Yeah.
In the 4th round.
That's after 1 year of Spurrier. If he'd got 2 more years of Spurrier, he probably would.
In 1991, Ernie Mills went in round 3.
Okay.
In 1990, next wide receiver taken was Willie Jackson in 1994 in the 4th round, followed by Harrison Houston. Jack Jackson went in 1995 in the 4th round. I wonder where Jack Jackson is today.
He seems like he'd be coaching somewhere. And,
Chris Doring went in 96 in the 6th round to our Jaguars. Ike Hilliard was a first-round pick in 97, and Riedel was a first-round pick in 97 as well. Jaquez went in the 2nd round to Tampa Bay. Travis McGriff was a 3rd-round pick. Travis Taylor was a 1st-round pick, 10th overall. Darrell Jackson was a 3rd-round pick. John Capel was actually a 7th-round pick. Jabbar Gaffney was the first player taken in the 2nd round. Riche Caldwell was a 2nd-round pick. Taylor Jacobs was a 2nd-round pick. So, lots of them.
And who,
Dallas Baker was a 7th-round pick. Andre Caldwell was a 3rd-round pick. Percy was a 1st-round pick. Lewis Murphy was a 4th-round pick. Riley Cooper was a 5th-round pick. Going through here and just looking at some wide receivers. Then Andre DeBose was a 7th-round pick. Demarcus Robinson was a 4th-round pick. He's still in the league.
Yeah, he's fancied a decent little career.
Yeah, absolutely. Antonio Callaway.
Nothing. You see what's happening? You see what I mean? There's the cutoff. When you get to DuBose.
Van Jefferson.
But,
2nd-round pick.
Cup of coffee. Now you're going to give me a couple guys who transferred in and been okay.
Freddie Swain and Tyree Cleveland, 6th and 7th-round picks. Kadarius Toney was a 1st-round pick.
Yeah, now, and he's okay, that's fair. He hit that.
20th overall.
And Justin Shorter was a 5th-round
pick.
And
and Toney also had that great year. That's what that's what took. He wasn't that until he had that 2020. He was good. He had potential, but he wasn't. He had that great 2020 year with Trask and Pitts.
Terrific player that 1 year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unstoppable.
Yeah. Really, really, really good player.
Yeah.
Made play, I'm pretty sure, against Miami in that opener.
Yes, he did. He took a little bubble screen and went to the hoose.
Last time Miami and Florida matched up was in Orlando 5 years ago now. So, anyway, there's that. Refresh my memory. I think I know the answer, but who's the highest drafted Jacksonville prep player? Like a guy who played high school here in Jacksonville. Who's the highest drafted Jacksonville football player?
Big money count?
Nope.
Union County doesn't count?
No. We're too many counties removed.
You want Jacksonville proper?
Sorry. Just here, like Nice would count. I mean, give me Jack. I consider St. Johns County, Nassau County. I mean,
Tebow was 25th overall, 1st round.
Yeah, we got to do better than that, don't we? Somewhere.
What about?
Well, I guess Derrick Henry. Where'd he go?
He was
20s.
Yeah.
Or not even 1st round.
Wasn't even a 1st round.
The NFL's so dumb.
Derrick Henry was 2nd round, 45th overall.
What a bunch of dummies. You dummies. This guy won the Heisman and ran the ball like nobody's business, and you dummies took him 45th. I mean, seriously. Hey, Scout. What in the world? Not our dummies, all the dummies.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my point is Carson Beck have a legitimate opportunity to be the highest drafted Jacksonville player ever?
He could go 1.
Right.
Does Chipper Jones count?
I'm talking about NFL.
Oh.
Yeah. Chipper does count. You bet he does. He played high school at Bowles. Oh, yeah. I'll count him.
Oh, he wouldn't live here.
Yeah, but he played high school here. If you went to high school there, that counts.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. He's not, and by the way, I don't know, so I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm guessing he didn't commute from DeLand every day. I guess he lived on campus.
No, sure.
Yeah.
Is Mac Jones? He's 15th overall, 1st round.
What about Derek Alexander? Wasn't he top 10, Dan?
No.
The defensive lineman from FSU, he didn't go like 11th to Minnesota.
I remember that
I know. I'm not thinking. I can't think of one. I'm thinking about Georgia opening against Clemson this weekend and how Georgia's schedule would be a lot bigger story if Florida's wasn't so outrageous. Like, Georgia's got a tough schedule they've had in a while, Dan. They got to play.
Ron Sellers, I believe, was a 6th overall pick.
Was he? Got to go that far back.
In 1969, he went to Paxton High School, played with Pagic, Gary Pagic. I believe that was correct.
That's probably your guy, 6th overall.
I don't think you're going to beat that if you're not counting Big Money from Union County, who was probably 3rd overall, which I would tend to count just because that's our area.
I can't go Lake Butler, Jackson. It's too far. 70 miles, man. That's like claiming Gulf Coast.
That's the TV coverage you're
going
with
there. That's not it, dude. You're out of no.
I'm talking.
You're off on this one. This is your TV experience.
I disagree. And
it's not Jacksonville. It's all the way on the other side of freaking 75.
What about
it's Valdosta? Like claiming Valdosta.
It's not on the other side of 75.
Union County's not.
No. Heck no. Okay. Come on. And I'm challenged.
All right.
What about Champ Bailey from Folkestone?
No,
also in our viewing area.
I mean, now we're in another state for Pete's sake.
There you
Where
go. Viewing area. There you go.
Yeah, that's the viewing area.
To me, I don't know. It just depends what you count. I mean, is it Hilliard part of us or no? Fernandina's not part of us?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, if they're part of us, then so damn sure Union County is.
Man, when's the last time you went to Union County?
I've been to Union County many times.
When's the last time? I mean, Union County is an hour away, bro. 52 miles, 57 minutes.
That's nothing.
Yes, it is, bro.
Every day you go anywhere in Jacksonville takes 45 minutes to get to.
I mean, come on. There's no measurement in the history of U.S. geography that considers Union County and Lake Butler to be Jacksonville. That's not even the metro area.
Disagree.
Anyway,
money's
out.
I'm thinking Ron Sellers would be
the answer.
Yeah.
Who is Big Money? Who are you talking about?
Gerard Warren.
Okay.
Cleveland Browns.
Played for the Gators.
I think he was the 3rd pick overall, if I'm not mistaken, in his draft. So,
yes, he was.
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah, and they called him Big Money. And he played there with some really good.
Eric Alexander, the 11th pick of the draft.
11th. Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. So 11 was that's Jacksonville proper. Obviously with Reigns.
Done Pete Sellers.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure it out. Carson Beck probably going to beat
Carson Beck will beat him.
Yeah, it's going to beat those guys.
Has a chance to beat him.
It's surprising that through all these years we've not had a top 5 pick. Right?
Yes and no. I mean, what's surprising is how many players we turn out into the NFL, I think, from a positive standpoint.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mean it negative.
Yeah, I know. That's to me there's a lot of kids from this area. And it's just like that with baseball. Speaking of which, my son sent me this the other day. Did you see, and Gibby, you may know this.
Mm-hmm.
This was a recent, Team USA baseball team. Let me find it real quick. He sent it to me. Listen to this lineup that they had. Stand by, please. Chipper lived in the dorm at Bowles. Oh, he also stayed with the Verlanders all the time.
That's true. We knew that.
Did he really? That's why Alan knows him so well.
Oh, God. Hold on here. Let me find this real quick. This is a good team, baseball-wise. Yeah, here it is. This is the 2018 under-18 national team roster. Okay?
Okay.
Corbin Carroll in left field. C.J. Abrams in center field.
What level is this?
Under 18.
Okay.
National team.
Mm-hmm.
Corbin Carroll.
Mm-hmm.
C.J.
He had a grand
Abrams,
slam last night, I heard.
And Pete Crow, Armstrong were your outfielders.
Pete Crow played. They're all in the league.
Your DH was Dylan Cruz. Your pitcher was Jack Leiter. Your shortstop was Bobby Witt Jr. Your second baseman was Anthony Volpe. Your first baseman was Riley Green. Your catcher, I don't know, Drew Romo. And your third baseman, Tyler Callahan from Jacksonville.
Providence.
You know who he beat out? Who got cut? Gunnar Henderson.
Wow.
Where is Callahan?
He's in the minors. He's still.
Is he with the Reds still?
Yeah, he's had a lot of injuries, so it's been tough for him.
You know what that tells you? Gang, if the under 18s are ever in your town, go watch them.
Holy cow.
That's better than any ROI you ever got from any Jacksonville Sun Jumbo Shrimp game ever.
I mean,
you've never been to a AA or AAA game here in Jacksonville where you saw as many future stars as that under 18 team would have shown you. If
What
you
a team that was.
Gone out to Lake City and watch them play in the, Blue Bonnet.
What a team that was. So that, speaking of Jacksonville, my point being that we churn out a lot of professional ball players.
Oh, yeah, and it's more and more and more. I got a speed trap in play right now, brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories, below the underpass on 295, right before the New Kings Road exit. So if you're out and about, keep those speeds down, keep that cash in your pocket. We're back with more next. You're listening on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Celebrate a new season.
Don't hold nothing back.
1010XL's college kickoff coverage is brought to you by Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Florida and Island Oaks RV Park.
Do not start celebrating too early on 1010XL.
Rejoice!
I know you're pumped up about going down to the swamp on Saturday, and you should be tailgating outside the game at 3:30. It's going to be a hot sun out there as well, man. Make sure you dress appropriately. Get that floppy hat on. Get that Gator, dry fit long sleeve on if you're going down there. Or put on the sunscreen, but be careful out there in the sun. That's why I'm here to tell you about my friends at Beaches Dermatology. They want to remind you just to take precautions when you're out in the sun for a long length of time. If you're going golfing, if you're going to the beach, fishing, your kids' game, going down to see some football here in the fall, man. Doctors Boudreaux and Metz, they love to visit with you, but they want you to have good, healthy skin. They don't want you to have to go see Dr. Fader for Mohs surgery. But anyway, make sure you take care of your skin. If not, then you go to Beaches Dermatology. If you see something on your skin, get it checked out online at beachesdermatology.com.
Jennifer, Luxury has a new address in Jacksonville.
Oh, do tell, John.
Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard. We've got over 40 Cadillac Lyrics in stock.
40? That's incredible. Any color you want?
You bet. Pick your color and drive away today. Plus, we're giving away a free home charger with every Lyric.
Fantastic. Anything else?
How about a car you'll never have to change the oil on?
No oil changes ever? Now that's luxury.
Randy Marion Cadillac, where Jacksonville meets luxury.
Visit us today on Southside Boulevard and tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Joe C. for Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sportsbook app, and they're so stoked for the kickoff of the season. You know why? Because never before in September have you been able to legally bet on football. This year, for the first time ever, people in Florida can bet on ball. College kicks off this weekend with a big bunch of games, and all you have to do to get started is download the Hard Rock Bet app or go online at hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. I know that hearing another ad for Jacksonville's best promo company interrupts Jacksonville's best sports talk, but at least it isn't a political ad. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Tailgate special alert. 3 pounds of marinated chicken, 2 pounds of marinated steak tips, 2 pounds of fresh ground beef, and 2 pounds of homemade sausage for only $80 to feed your crew.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
I'm Hacker. Get more Gators on the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Wednesday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gator Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Bueller Aaron Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Sheldon Fish. Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller.
Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
The Arabian dromedary.
That's right, Sheldon. Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool.
They don't spit, do they?
No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
What airline is now allowing their male pilots to wear makeup, paint their nails, and carry handbags?
When you call Southern Oak and file a claim, you'll be handled by our hand-picked vendors who will analyze any roof, storm, or water damage. It'll save money for you.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
British Airways has introduced new uniform policies, allowing their male pilots to wear makeup, paint their nails, and carry a purse.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of new vehicles. Camrys starting at $329 a month. RAV4s for $349 a month. Tundras as low as $499 a month. And they all come with a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected for the next 20 years. Plus, every purchase will help fund a teacher's project in our schools. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota St. Augustine. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, all the positions. Smart player, he can do it all in the run and in the pass game. So he's going to be all over the place.
All right, welcome back. NFL football. Still a week from today away. We open things up with Kansas City.
It'd be fun Thursday night, Friday night. I know you don't like the Friday and interferes with the high school.
Well, I feel bad. I like Fridays to be for high school, but college, ran in there, and now the NFL is going to take their piece. They don't care.
What's the big high school game this weekend?
By the way, breaking news, Jacoby Brissett named the starter.
Yeah.
So one more off the books.
Dumb to me.
Yeah.
I mean, do we not know what Jacoby Brissett, to put Drake May out there and let him play?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody anymore thinks that it'll ruin you. Either you're good enough or you're not, and get some reps. I don't know. We'll see. Trinity Bowls, they play this weekend. Did I see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. What about the Bowl star? You got to go range Trinity off the bat.
That's what they like to do. That's what they like to do over there. So yeah, we got some good games coming up, right?
Well, the NFL, the beautiful thing about the NFL schedule is that every week is a good week. But yeah, Ravens Chiefs will kick it off Thursday night, and then Friday night. Don't forget they're doing this Friday nighter down in, is it Sao Paulo or Rio? I think it's Sao Paulo. But anyway, it's Packers Eagles are going to play in that one.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time we get to next Sunday, and the openers, which includes obviously the Jags at the Dolphins, there's some games on here that only fantasy football in the red zone would keep your attention. Cardinals Bills, Titans Bears. Well, I guess you want to watch the number one pick.
Oh yeah.
Panthers Saints. Vikings Giants. There's a few ifs.
There are no week one.
Yeah, Commanders, Bucks,
No.
Yeah, these are
Negative.
all ifs. There's a lot of ifs. You won't watch any of those games except when Scott Hansen makes you. But there are obviously some great. That's the good thing about the NFL. They'll be, even though they're as a matchup, I'm not saying they won't be competitive.
Yeah.
They won't catch your attention and they won't lead you to a win or loss in a fantasy game or two. But, okay, we need to have a conversation.
All right, let's do it.
We need to have a conversation about degeneration, about the difference between gambling and investing, whether this is pre-5-pack. It's time after the years of blustery verbiage and theatric, prognostications and flat out picks.
Yes, sir.
It's time to actually make some money, and we're running out of time. There'll be a deadline by 3/27 on Saturday. Why are we not putting a significant amount of net worth on Florida over 4.5? The Gators over-under is 4.5 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Are you sure it's 4.5?
That's what last I read. Has it gone up?
I thought it went up.
Hey.
I thought it went up.
Let me see.
Yeah, you got to give me more. I don't think it's 4.5.
It was at one point, but
Yeah.
I mean, this is let's go to Vegas Insider here. Yada yada yada. Futures. Florida is we're going way. They're going by. Okay, we're already down to 7.5. They don't. Got to hit C all. We're already to the bottom here, and still no Gators. Still going down to Gators.
Yeah, we do the big boys first.
Yeah, but no, not big boys. North Texas, Duke, Georgia Southern, Utah State, Georgia Tech, Baylor, Central. We're still not down to the Gators. I'm at 5.5. Florida 4.5 is the over/under. Wow, 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. It's 5 at 4.5. These are the sports books. 4.5, 4.5, 5, 4.5, 5.5, 5.5.
Yeah, I'd go
4.5, man.
Yeah. Ouch.
You ought to be able to class action sue the Florida football program if you bet the over 4.5 and it doesn't hit.
Oof.
I mean, seriously out there, whoever you are, Gator fan or not, you never, ever, ever are going to get that number ever again.
Yeah.
4.5?
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of forecasts that will have you collecting your money at midseason.
Oof.
But if you don't collect it at midseason, it's going to be like that sack race we had last year with the dime bet.
My tomahawk steak bet happened that way last year.
When I'm saying here, we'll do it all the time. It's a lock. Do this. You have that. We should have bet the Jags against the Falcons, all that. But I'm saying seriously, when you ponder buying a stock, when you consider what mutual fund, this feels as much like a, penny stock, high ceiling investment as it does a wager. 4.5.
Yeah.
You're telling me if Florida goes 5-7, which by the way will be the worst record that Billy Napier has had there.
That's what he had last year.
I know.
Yeah.
Everyone says they're bad. Now the schedule's tougher, but it's not 4-win tough, is it? Ugh.
Oof. Well, speaking of gambling, we have I gave you an assignment. I'm anxious to hear your choices. I told you to get creative and think out of the box.
I haven't done it yet. I'm not there yet.
Oh.
No, we can just leave it at that. We can table that. We don't need to go anywhere I know what you're talking about.
Today's Thursday.
No one needs to know.
Okay.
We're fine.
Just giving you a heads
don't
up.
Don't worry.
Countdown is on.
I just checked my W-2. I'm not getting paid for this. I'll get us there.
It's got 24 hours away.
Huh? I got it. Don't worry. And you out there wondering what we're talking about, you don't need to know yet.
No.
You'll know. You don't need to know yet. It's a need-to-know basis.
All right.
There's some fair points here. You'll get awful tight if you take a home loss to UCF. Yeah, there are ways to tighten up, but I really, honestly, there's not a part of me that thinks Florida's 4-8.
Yeah.
They have to absolutely. If they are 4-8, then yeah, then as much as I think you got to bide time here at this point and not just start over from scratch. 4-8, I'm starting over from scratch, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All 62 of the assistants going to have to hit the road.
Oof.
4.5, bro.
That's sad.
Here we go, somebody. It was 4.5 when I laid money on Hard Rock.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Still there? Is it still 4.5 on Hard Rock? Mrs. P's a degenerate. I caught her last year snuggling up one of those Hard Rock apps. She's got it there. Man, I'll just go home and say, listen, I'll call the boys at ITP. Put it all on the 4.5.
Oh, let's do it. That's like that guy in Vegas at one time. I don't know if it's true or not, but you always see this on social media. Put his whole life savings on, red.
Yeah. Now, this seems better than that. This seems better than 50-50.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a coin flip or a red or a black.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you just get hit. And by the way, in no way am I actually condoning betting your net worth. But I mean, maybe some Christmas cash. You get that by Christmas, Dan.
Yeah.
A little 5 spot in there, and there you go. Christmas is taken care of.
Better be.
Seems awfully low.
Heck is this? That's not true. Okay. I was looking at this picture, but then the Twitter likes to go to this and say not necessarily the case. I did see the top 10 college football on 3 NIL valuations, and Shedeur Sanders is number 1 at $4.7 million. Arch Manning 3.1. Travis Hunter at Colorado 2.7. Jalen Milroe 1.7. Quinn Ewers 1.7. Carson Beck 1.4. I was asking one of the questions I got asked when I was out speaking the other night is how much are these guys actually getting? And I told them, look, we got our friend Denny Thompson who's kind of in the know to a point, but nobody really ever tells you the exact amount of money, do they? They don't really say how much these college kids are making. But like I said,
some are making over $1 million.
Yeah, but I feel comfortable telling you that Carson Beck is easily making over $1 million this year to play football at Georgia. From whoever he's getting it from, easily over $1 million. Probably closer to $2 million. I mean, I've seen him on, he's got a Lamborghini, he's got Jets commercials. He's got, so easily $2 million. And I do know, what I do know is that at the schools, a lot of them are trying to do and this is why we have general managers and such at these college schools now, salary cap via position. In other words, this is how much the quarterback can make.
Yeah.
This is how much the running backs can make. This is how much.
Well, how hard would it be just to make that uniform across college football?
Up to a certain amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'll scream, that's not enough. That's next.
Well,
they will.
Well, they'll also find loopholes. Like a lot of times, so some schools want to go through that. Some schools want you to go through their whatever programs they have. And some schools, say you can go make whatever you want to make on your own. Right?
Yeah, that would be a way, but I don't. This bell can't be unrung, and it's just. You just got to go full on pro. Give them W-2s, make them pay taxes at least.
Yeah,
if I'm going to pay somebody $1 million, they're going to put their share in. Your income's getting taxed. So is that. We got to change this.
We got
system around.
We got as many
W-2s.
We got as many weird things as you remember the commercial that FSU's quarterback did, DJ, at the convenience store. Everybody made fun of that.
Yeah.
I don't
remember. What was it? What
79-cent Polar Pops.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of the commercials that quarterbacks did you see the one that's resurfaced now? Desmond Ridder did a DoorDash commercial, and now he got cut.
Oh, no.
So he's like, back to DoorDash.
Nick Saban has a new funny VRBO commercial.
He does.
Kind of made me laugh. Yeah. He's being hardcore with the people who are renting a room or, staying at his house. No kids. The kids will be no activities. No this. He's just being a grumpy old man. It's kind of funny. So, So there's, again, the money in college football out there is, in some ways it's sickening. In some ways it's
just so.
It depends how you look at it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't. It's definitely. Listen, the only good thing, Dan, is this, and we can grind on this outside of those 3.5 hours on Saturdays, but just for that, that kickoff till final whistle, you don't think about all that stuff.
You said that's true. You said you didn't understand the Drake May thing. Dan Orlovsky says totally right move by Mayo for team right now. May and team in future. Good for them for doing what's right. I don't know if there's a right or wrong.
Yeah, it's his opinion. Yeah, we all have those opinions.
Yeah. I don't think it's a big deal if Drake May. Why is Drake May played a ton of football? Right. Why is he not ready to play?
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
You drafted him, put him in, and get him ready.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of felt like J.J. McCarthy was going to win the job in Minnesota if he hadn't gotten hurt.
I bet you if we go back and we look at
and by the way, Drake May will be the starter by October 1st.
Well, and there's also this. I would suggest that if you go back and you look at the players that weren't, as rookies, weren't good enough to take the job from Jacoby Brissett, that they ended up not being any good. So go to all these places. Jacoby Brissett has been your piecemeal starter while they either wait for their drafted guy or otherwise. I don't think if you're sitting behind Jacoby Brissett, you're ever going to be the answer, whether it's your first year or your fifth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett is the walking, talking exemplary of averageness at the quarterback position in the NFL. He is the flat-out poster child for average NFL quarterback.
Could it be that the Patriots are going to be awful and they're just like...
Why? So, are they going to be better next year?
Maybe.
Yeah.
They're going to get a hot pick next year.
I can never hold my players out because of how good I think or bad I think my team is. I don't think anybody in New England would admit to you today, and they would probably be wrong, that they're not going to be any good. Everyone holds the optimism for a while. You agree with that, Hick?
Yeah.
There's not a team in the NFL, as bad as we know they'll be or think they'll be, there's not a team that matches that pessimism within their own walls. They all think they're going to be the surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they're going to be very good at all. You?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't. I don't see.
All right, let's talk some college ball when we come back. We've got Riley Skinner.
Yeah, it's the debut of the Riley Report. That's brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories, and it's been a big day of college football, a big weekend of college football coming up. More Jag talk before we're done here on this Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday as well. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Do the Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
If you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle with lifetime warranty, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Best price, best payment, best trade-in value, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there is always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think a lot alike, right? We pay those monthly premiums. We start doing that numbers in our head. Man, that number adds up. And so if something happens, man, we need you to be there. And that's what the Kaproskis do. Greg and Chris Kaprosky, the husband and wife team, teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care of, I mean it. If something happens, you call the Kaproskis. They jump right on it. If they happen to not answer, they call you right back. It is paramount in their world. It's called customer service, and they believe in it so much. And how do I know? Because I've dealt with the Kaproskis numerous times. My son, my daughter have worked with the Kaproskis. If it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, the Kaproskis will be there for you in your time of need. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com. Or call them, 478-8422, 478-8422.
D.V. Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Beeson's College Football Guide delivers betting previews of all 134 teams with best bets for the playoffs, Heisman Trophy, season win totals, conference winners, and much more. Only on Beeson. Pro subscribers get the full guide, but you can download your free copy of the guide right now. Featuring a betting preview of the Gators, Seminoles, and Bulldogs at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com. Download your free copy of the guide right now.
Summer is here, which means it's time for road trips and family vacations. Frank Frangie here. Before you hit the road, make sure your car can handle the heat with a visit to Big Chief Tire. Their expert technicians will ensure your vehicle can handle the summer heat, from tire checks to AC services. Avoid the stress of a breakdown and travel with confidence. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your summer checkup today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 29, 1965, San Francisco Giants' Willie Mays sets National League record for home runs in a month with his 17th of August against the New York Mets.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and it is hot out there. You know that, Greg. But Honda has a plan for you on or off the road.
They do. There's a ton of Honda scooters, Honda mini motos, great for the beach. Also get you out in the woods with a Honda side-by-side. Plenty to do and stay cool.
Yeah, four-wheelers, and you can trick them out.
We can. From stereo systems to big builds, we do it all.
Everything's there for you to see. CyclesOfJacksonville.com online or on Atlantic near Regency. Check out Cycles of Jacksonville.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carlyon from MyBookie. Oh, Gators, Canes, Georgia, Clemson, LSU, USC, Florida State, Georgia Tech, and of course, Jaguars, Dolphins. It is here, and are you ready for the ultimate football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and Casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just click my link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. When you bet with MyBookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of action. I'll say it from experience, a few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting of the season because you don't have to bet very much. Don't forget to use promo code 1010XL when signing up to claim a $1,000 bonus on your first deposit. Again, promo code 1010XL. Get that bonus. Don't let that pass you by. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime, only with MyBookie. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag offensive coordinator Press Taylor had kudos for wideout Christian Kirk regarding an altercation during camp.
You know, I applauded Christian for Christian's leadership in that moment. He was the first one to respond, that type of thing, but then handles it the right way.
Look for the Jag defense to have a wide variety of roles along the defensive line for Eric Armstead, according to defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen.
All the positions, smart player, he can do it all in the run and in the pass game. So he's going to be all over the place.
There's been talk of backup QB Mac Jones' trade potential for the Jags. However, general manager Trent Baalke is backing Mac.
You know, Mac's in a real good place. He's a good football player. He loves football. He loves being in the building. He's an energizer.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. And now, Catlin Truck Accessories brings you the Riley Report with Riley Skinner on 1010XL.
Oh, fire up that hotline. Let's bring in our guy, former ACC Player of the Year. I missed you so in the last 8 months since we last spoke, Riley.
Missed him.
How we doing?
Feelings mutual, Brock.
Attaboy.
Not
That's
the
my
same
guy.
without hearing your velvety voice.
Thank you, friend. We'll hug it out when we see each other. I've just done the numbers here, boys. This is bad. How many college football programs have a lower over-under total than the Florida Gators? What are we up in D1 now? It's like 137 or something. How many are there?
That's like 130.
130 maybe, D1s.
Yeah.
How many have a lower over-under total to start the season on the Vegas tote boards? How many? Just real quick. Just give me a guess. How many have? How many's projection is
40
less than Florida's?
I was going to say 45.
Yeah, 12. 12 teams in all of college football have a more dire win-loss forecast than the Florida Gators this year.
134.
134?
No.
134 schools.
Yeah, 12.
I bet the Deeks are within that 12.
Here's what we got. Now, Deeks may be at 4.5 along with Florida. Houston is 3.5. What happened to Houston? Didn't they used to be good? Houston's over under 3.5. Stanford 3.5. Way to go, ACC. Strong. Vandy 2.5. Probably go under. Temple 2.5. No, the Deeks are up there, man. Up there in the high life, buddy. Let me find it. See if I can find. No, Deeks 4.5 with the Gators.
There we go.
Oh boy. What did you make first and foremost of? Did you ever go play one of those overseas or
No,
nothing like that. I don't know if it had an effect. Didn't seem to affect Georgia Tech, but just your thoughts on this miserably disappointing start to the season for FSU.
Yeah, miserably. 3 takeaways. 1, Haynes King is a pretty good quarterback. I liked watching that kid play for Georgia Tech. 2, for the amount of money that Florida State paid their D-line, that was just overly disappointing. I felt like Georgia Tech ran counter on them all day. They couldn't get off blocks. They get very little pressure. And just the overall intensity of that front 7 was disappointing from what I was expecting from Florida State. And then 3, I really did think getting DJ out of Clemson, getting him into Florida State, getting him in a whole new scheme, we'd see a little bit different. We thought we saw what we saw in year 1 of DJ, and it was about the same. It was just blah. I mean, his stats weren't terrible, but it was just he's not a game changer. And Florida State needs a game changer like they had in Jordan Travis that could make something out of nothing, and he didn't give you that.
Do you guys
give you that?
Do you guys ever wish, like, somebody said something and you want to bookmark it and then you never do, and then you go, oh man, I wish I
circle back on him.
Yeah,
that happens a lot now with the social media posts.
We should do with Mel Kiper and a lot of those guys.
Yeah. Well, I got one.
Okay,
I bookmarked it.
Okay. From
this FSU fan.
Okay,
who announced this on Twitter.
Okay, just Joe fan, nobody in particular.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Well, some of the headlines about FSU have been just.
He's at 321 Noel.
Okay,
and on August 27th he said this, so I just saved it.
Okay,
and if this happens. You know me, I'm rooting against FSU anyway. But if this happens, Martha, Mary, and Mabel, to quote one Greg Larson.
Okay.
If Florida State loses to BC this weekend, I will eat dog bleep out of a red Solo cup with a spoon and post a video of me doing it. Book it.
Yeah, you're a liar.
Wow.
All right, pal.
You're a liar.
You're on, pal.
Oh, wow.
That's a lie.
Just so you know.
Hey,
I'm going to track you down.
This is a tough spot.
I'm going to bring it to you.
Yeah. It's a tough spot for a coach, man. Right, Riley? I mean, your guys are jet lagged, beat up, confidence gone. They're just getting disparaged left and right. And we're going to find out, are they a get offended, fight back, I'll show you? Or are we just going to see, a week of malaise coming off the week of malaise? We don't know yet, I think.
I've backed Norvell for a long time. I think he's the coach. He's a motivator. I don't think he's a guy that's going to let somebody beat him twice.
Okay.
Albeit BC is about the worst team to play after something like that happens because it's a program, it's a game, it's an atmosphere that doesn't get you up. It doesn't get you fired up, but they're always a team that they can stick around. And so if I'm Florida State, I'm thinking first half, mainly first quarter, I got to come out firing, all guns blazing, and try to get up 2 to 3 scores so it's not even a chance. BC has an option to come bac.
It feels like BC can play with them a little bit. I mean, I don't know why they did last year, and you got Bill O'Brien. They got that quarterback, who's can be a tough stop.
Castellanos from Ware County.
Yeah, BC's always played Florida State actually surprisingly well and surprisingly hard. And you're right, with O'Brien up there, We don't know what we're going to see, but it's not a fun game for Florida State to come off the plane and get fired up. Forget that last week. Like last week can stick in your mind. First half.
It's almost must win, isn't it, guys?
But,
oh yeah,
it's a must win for Florida State. I mean, here we are, week 2. Who would have thought?
Yes. You can't start 0-2 versus the Jackets and
hit any goal.
Well, BC's a little bit like Georgia Tech in that they run the ball. They run it well. They have now their quarterback's a better runner than Haynes King. Haynes King's more of a power running back at quarterback. I mean, he pushed the pile.
White, I think. He reminds me of him a little.
But they run the football. They'll play that type of game, and they rebuilt their offense. They have some transfer portal guys on the O-line starting. You got Bill O'Brien. I think Doug Marone's up there, too.
I think so, too.
And FSU, from what I understand, and I think I read this from Ira Schofel, I believe they stayed an extra day or two in Ireland to, sightsee.
Have a couple pints?
Yeah, he told us that.
Yeah, I believe they stayed after.
Ouch.
Which is, oof.
I should have just run the Cliffs of Moyer instead.
Maybe we're just going to, maybe we should.
Guys, we've had a change of heart. See the cliff? I want you all just to march.
Jump off it.
Yeah, march right off of that thing. That's what just happened.
This season couldn't have started any better for you guys. In week 0.
Oh, if we could win Saturday. If we can beat Miami, Riley.
Well, if Florida wins Saturday, we'll just print up King of the State T-shirts and call it a year.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Get the round robin this year.
We got a good week 1.
I think so.
Week 1.
I think so. Clemson, Georgia. I just don't tell us something about Clemson because we don't pay any attention. Do they have a chance against the Dogs this week?
I think yes. I mean, Vegas doesn't think they do, but I mean, I think it's a 2-touchdown spread.
13.5.
But I think, being underdogs and being really in the light that Clemson and Dabo has with all the transfer and the NIL stuff and kind of their lack of involvement with that, I do think they've been eyeing this for a while. I think they're playing with much more of a chip on their shoulder than Georgia is, with the expectation of Georgia going to blow them out of the water. Now, being in Atlanta is not ideal, but that being said, the thing that worries me about the Clemson Georgia game, Saban's gone, right? Kirby has established that he's got the new Saban program and the style and the method. What I think Georgia's going to do in the beginning of this game is they're just going to try to establish physical dominance, right, with the run game, which is no surprise with Georgia, but I think even more to just prove that point of we are going to grind you down for 4 quarters and not be flashy. And that's where I see Georgia coming in and trying to do that to start the game. And it's just a question, can Clemson's front 7 withstand that, make Carson Beck make the throws? Now, Georgia, Georgia's got probably the most experience they've had at wide receiver in a long time, right? You got the Lovett kid, the Bell kid. They got a good transfer in. They've got a lot of experience at wide receiver, which hasn't been the case in years past. And so Clemson's going to have to do something up front to put some pressure on Carson Beck if they're going to have a chance here.
All right. It's a big weekend for the ACC. Clemson against Georgia. You got Miami, in Gainesville to take on the Gators. What do you make of that matchup? Certainly the Swamp is going to come into play. They seem like they're not by any stretch mirror images of each other, but it seems where each has a slight, they seem to match up well. In other words, if you're wondering about one area for one, the other team in that area is not super dominant. So it has all the makings of, 27-24.
I think it's going to be a fantastic game. I do. Yeah. I think it's more of a must-win for Napier than it is Cristobal.
Okay.
I hate to say it. If you look at them, each team combined lost 9 of their last 10 games. So there's a ton that they have to prove, and that's going to be different than what we saw last year. Graham Mertz, look at it statistically. Graham Mertz, he had a pretty solid year last year. Despite the record. I mean, he was over 70%, only three picks. But when they needed him the most, he didn't go out and win too many games that they needed to.
I will say this: Graham Mertz was 5-5 and may have been 6-5 had he been able to finish that Missouri game, and then didn't play in the game that they fell to 5-7. So again, that's not exactly winning.
I think he's poised to have a pretty good year.
Yeah, I do too.
The question mark, and kind of the X factor, in my opinion, is the Miami quarterback, this Cam Ward kid that came over from Washington State.
Yeah, for sure.
He threw for a gazillion yards for 2 years. He's a senior. He's a bigger kid. That's going to be really interesting to watch that quarterback matchup, because I think Cam Ward is going to be one of the sleepers that no one's really talking about, because Miami didn't end the season the way anybody would give them 2 rips to even think about coming into this year. But they've loaded up some from the portal, and they've got a pretty good defensive line. And Florida's got, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 new starters on the offensive line. So Miami's D-line and 3 new starters on Florida's offensive line, I think, is going to be probably the two key matchup is that, and then the Cam Ward and Graham Mertz of two older guys, experienced guys that are. This is a big week one. I do think. I'm going to give the edge to Florida, though. I think the Swamp's going to be the differentiator here. I think Florida's fans are just chomping at the bit to start hot and stay hot, and Napier knows he's got to friggin' win this game. There's going to be some questions.
I'm intrigued to learn.
Last 5.
I'm intrigued to learn if 2 things are true. I really do believe that Florida, this is the best team that Napier's had. I think he thinks it's the best team they've had, and the worst they've done is 5-7. So can 2 things be true? Can the best team you have definitely mean you're going to be better than any record and otherwise than any other team you've had? And ultimately, what does that end up looking like? And I will say this, and we've said this about this tough schedule, and it is tough now. I mean, already the FSU game is not what it was a week ago. Already. So, the schedule is all relative. I think Florida needs to worry about doing what Florida can do. And to that end, they're probably better equipped to do what they want to do than they have been in the 3 years. That sound plausible?
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Got a roll and lock, upset, or a lock of the week for us?
Oh, boy.
Catlin, he's
have a roll and lock yet. I tell you what,
Okay.
the game that's intriguing, though, UCLA, LSU, it's kind of like new teams on both. I don't.
USC,
I'm not really that
LSU.
Intrigued on that.
Yeah.
What'd I say?
You said UCLA, but I know you.
Oh, my bad.
I hear.
USC and LSU.
Yeah.
Is the Notre Dame A&M game?
God, that's an interesting one too. We've got a couple of games here where Vegas is saying the team's favorite, but yet like the power rankings say the other team is going to win, and that Texas A&M Notre Dame game also falls into that category where Texas A&M is favored, but Notre Dame gets the power index edge. That's a good one. Texas A&M 3-point favorite.
I like A&M here.
Okay.
For a couple reasons. 1, Kyle Field. 2, Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's entire offensive line has a combined 7 starts. A&M's got one of the better rosters, and now they've got Mike Elko. I love Mike Elko. He's a former weight guy. I think he's done an unbelievable job when he was at Notre Dame. He was at A&M D coordinator, then he went to Notre Dame, and then he went to Duke, turned them around really quick.
And now he gets a matchup with those 2.
And then you got Riley Leonard, his former quarterback at Duke, who was a stud, who's at Notre Dame, but now he's at A&M. Notre Dame's got LSU's offensive coordinator, who just had a Heisman Trophy winner last year, and Jaden Daniels. There's so much at play here. I think, to me, this is probably the most intriguing game of week 1. But I think the Kyle Field, the new quarterback at Notre Dame with Riley Leonard, plus an inexperienced offensive line at Notre Dame, I think it's going to be too much for them to handle. And get a good coach like Mike Elko in there with a talented roster. A&M, starting that season at number 20, I see them as a major sleeper for the college football playoffs.
It'd be fun.
The 12-team college football
Right.
playoffs.
It'd be fun to track Elko because there's different ways of doing it. Whenever your team has hired a coach in the last 3 or 4 years.
I'll take the opposite side on this in this respect, Riley, and I like your points. I think that if I'm Notre Dame, man, I'm putting everything I got into knocking this team off, because if I win this game, I think I'm going to be in the college football playoff based on my schedule.
Yeah.
Notre Dame does not have And again, they go Texas A&M. Let's say they knock them off. That's going to get them some early season love. Yeah, then it's Northern Ill, Purdue, Miami, Ohio, Louisville at home, Stanford, Georgia Tech, which will be a big game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, by the way. Navy, FSU at Notre Dame, Virginia.
They essentially got the worst ACC teams on their schedule.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, this is
and USC.
If they win this game, that worst.
They're not actually in the ACC standings, are they? Notre Dame.
No, but they
just play an ACC. I know they play the schedule. I just was making sure during all this.
At worst, they should be 10-2. At worst, and they can
because basketball they are right. Notre Dame is in the ACC basketball standings.
Everything but football.
That's weird.
Yeah. So it's gonna be good. The only line I know, the last little thing is gonna be interesting to see, and this is just a small little tidbit, but having the helmets mic'd up this year, that's gonna be fun to watch. I'm curious to see how that's gonna look from the college standpoint, just because so many teams in college play fast, and typically they do it via signals. And so I'm curious to see how fast, or if it slows them down, if they start muddling more with that.
This could kill the Gators with Eeyore calling the plays.
Oh, boy. Graham, here's what I want to
spit it out quicker, Coach.
Graham, double stack.
Coach, we're running down the shot clock. Come on, baby.
Riles, before we go, are we coaching at Bowls this year?
We are.
Tough opener there.
Tough start.
Two games.
Opener.
Tough 2 games. You got Trinity this week, right?
Playing that Gator schedule, Riley.
St. Aug the next week.
St. Aug next week?
Yeah.
You go Range, Trinity, St. Aug?
Yeah,
wow,
buddy.
Impressive. That's nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, that's got to be the toughest three.
It was a good atmosphere Friday night, man. It was tough not to come away with that one.
Yeah, those 2 good teams, 2 proud programs, 2 former state champions. That's best Jacksonville's got right there.
Gotta keep all those guys behaving down there when those 2 teams play. Come on,
that's right.
Kids will be kids.
That's right.
All right, Riles.
All right, Riles, appreciate it.
It's a pleasure talking with you. Looking forward to the season.
Be a great
we
year.
Are too.
Appreciate you, Riles.
Every Thursday, it's the Riley Report brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories, and we'll give you some rolling locks of the week as we move along as well. All right, Riles, appreciate you. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week, and we move to hour number 4 here on the program. Our Thursday's brought to you by Custom Tree Surgeons and CustomTreeSurgeons.com. Hey, when the weather rolls in and you got damage on your property, you trust my friends at Custom Tree Surgeons.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Some of life's proudest moments came out of struggle.
We did it.
When you realize you met the challenge. 1010XL.
Hey, you can hear from Bow 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations after being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world. Dr. Frank Bowden, frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He's currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area. And, of course, the founder of Bowden Eye. Visit Bowden Eye and Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bowden Eye and Associates.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Jacksonville is now open, and you're invited in as a VIP to tour the all-new facility. Be one of the first 100 people to check out the complete lineup of luxury vehicles by September 8th and see if you can crack the code to win a brand new car. See dealer for details. No purchase necessary. Genesis of NortheastJacksonville.com. And now open on Atlantic Boulevard. Genesis, where luxury is redefined.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
Raise the stakes on excitement at Best Bet, your go-to spot for unbeatable entertainment and unmatched hospitality. With locations in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and the brand new Best Bet St. Augustine. No poker expertise? No problem. From high-stakes poker to casual games like Ultimate Texas Hold'em and Fortune Pie Gow, there's a game for everyone. Hungry for more? We're serving up delicious bites and craft cocktails, and we're open late. For details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com. Best Bet, your go-to spot for a thrilling night.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you spend a lot of time talking about diamonds, but what about some of the colored stones we see?
Frank, when you talk about colored stones, there are literally hundreds of varieties and species in the gem kingdom. As certified gemologists, we're trained gemologically on the identification of each of these and can separate the man-made synthetics and imitations from the real thing. But at Underwoods, we can go to the next step. At Underwoods, we're active buyers of loose colored stones in the world markets, so we have an understanding of the values of colored stones as they relate back to the various qualities. In fact, just like diamonds, we buy most of our colored stones loose, then create the pieces of jewelry to hold the gems. You can be assured not only of the authenticity and quality of our colored stone jewelry, but also of the value. So if you're in the market for a fine quality emerald, sapphire, ruby, aquamarine, amethyst, citrine, tourmaline, peridot, or any other gemstone, come by and see us at Underwoods.
Duck Rooter is a full-service plumbing company. They can fix everything from a simple leaky pipe or clogged drain to a large-scale repipe job, serving both commercial and residential customers. When you're stuck, call the Duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Homeowners, good news for you. Accent on 4. Listen up. Loan Pronto now has mortgage rates that start with a 4. Prosser here. It's true. Mortgage rates have plummeted so low we haven't seen them in a long time. If your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it and lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto just locked in a homeowner at 4.99% APR. So whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Even if you're in process with another lender, stop now. Call Loan Pronto. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days, with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. And if you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Call 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Owner approved credit, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Atlantic Self-Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self-Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. As the Gators prepare to square off against the Miami Hurricanes, an intriguing side note is the relationship between the two head coaches.
I had tremendous respect. We were in the trenches on offense. We were in the trenches together in recruiting.
The Noles' next opponent, Boston College, has a new coach and a new staff. Head coach Mike Norville is preparing for all options.
You got to prepare for all things, and we'll have our thoughts of what we might see, but you got to be able to adapt and react to what shows up.
The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp got excellent pitching as they got the win over the Norfolk Tide Wednesday night at home. The Jumbo Shrimp and Norfolk continue their series this evening at 7:05 from 1-1 Financial Ballpark. In the MLB, the Rays lost to the Seattle Mariners and the Marlins lost to the Colorado Rockies. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
81 degrees at 9:06 time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I will do whatever Coach wants me to do as far as it goes moving forward. I did enjoy being on the sideline. It's fun to just interact with the guys and players from drive to drive, be right there with coaches. Coach Rauscher and I go stand off to the side, hit the next runs for the next thing, which has always happened through the headset, but it is a little different to just go stand side by side with somebody, talk through it, look everybody in the eye as they come off, things like that. Now, obviously, preseason's a different level of intensity within a game, but yeah, I enjoyed it down there.
I kind of was under the impression that was going to be the new thing, and the preseason was getting used to being on the field. So I don't know if that's something that's still up in the air. How common is it, Dan? I know in college it's probably more common than the NFL. Don't most coordinators do it from the booth?
The booth, yeah. I would definitely say most of them are up in the booth. So we'll see. I don't know. I guess we're assuming he's calling the plays too. So
well, can I ask you this question? And never mind what reasons you could put or the sample being preseason, whatever. Just to this question.
Yes, sir.
What grade would you put on the cohesion of the offense this preseason? Of the fluidity? Do they seem like they're a pretty button-up offense? What grade would you put on to the offensive execution this preseason?
Good. Yeah,
B+.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, not a lot of penalties, delay a game, getting the signals in. It didn't matter who they put in. They performed. Mac Jones was the top performing quarterback in all of preseason by passer rating and yards and other because they played him. Trevor's passer rating was through the roof, 130 combined, I think, for his, couple of appearances.
Okay.
I thought the offense was really, really smooth. And again, does the offensive coordinator be on the sideline have anything to do with that?
All fair
so
question.
I guess so what is curious, and maybe he will have him down on the field. I don't know. It was interesting that the first question was like he hadn't even thought about it.
Yeah.
And again, you can't always trust that for whatever reason, man. Again, we've talked this about Doug. If there is one thing that is you gotta maneuver around is he's just not. He likes the trick plays. He throws deception at you. It's always play action. You're never getting what you think. With him. I'm sure a lot of these things have already been decided. Who's calling plays, where he's going to be, who'll be in the booth, who won't.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I definitely think. They play a game a week from Sunday. I don't think they're going to decide on Tuesday, hey, I'm sure they have been evaluating that as they've gone along and maybe, and by the way, whose decision should that be?
Yeah.
Should it be the guy who actually just did it and whether or not he likes it and trust what,
his decision should what be?
Like if Press is on the field.
Oh.
Like, who should it be? Should it be your offensive coordinator?
Where do you feel more comfortable?
Right, correct.
Yeah, I would say that.
And I don't know if, by the way, the offense moving pretty hiccup-free throughout I don't know if that has anything at all to do with it may be just because the depth of this team, especially at quarterback, makes them so much better than a lot of the preseason defenses they faced.
Pete Prisco's put out his playoff predictions in the AFC.
Okay.
No surprise who the number one seed is. That would be the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2 is a debatable one. We'll do our
Baltimore
picks
again?
No, I'll do our picks next week. He's going with the AFC East champion, who he believes to be the Buffalo Bills. I don't believe in Buffalo. I hate to say it. I like Buffalo. I want Buffalo to do well. He's got Buffalo as a 2 seed. He's got the Jets, though, getting in as a 6 seed. He has the Bengals, going back to what we talked about yesterday with Joe Burrow.
I like
Joe
the
Burrow's
Bengals, too.
healthy and... are they the best team? And then he has the Texans winning the South. That traitor. He's got the Ravens coming in then as a wild card team. The Jets is a wild card team. And then he's got the Jaguars.
Yeah, he always has this
as the
soft
7
spot.
seed.
It's a soft spot for the Jags. So the 7s, they would face the 2 seed.
They
Who
would
is
face
that?
the Bills. He's got the Bills, Ravens, and the Jets, Chiefs going for
he's a sucker for Aaron Rodgers too.
Yeah.
He'd blow in his ear if he could.
But that's who he has going forward.
I mean, I'm okay. I'm down with that. That says the Jags are 10-7, 9. That's that kind of year.
9-8 probably get you in.
AFC looks deep to me. I don't know if 9-8 will get you in. Didn't last year.
Yeah.
They were 9-8 a year ago. Didn't come close to getting in.
Looks like he's got the Niners as the 1. Packers 2.
There's a lot going on in San Francisco.
Cowboys 3. Bucks 4.
Yeah,
As the Bucks winning the South.
I think Atlanta's the better team there, but so what?
Lions 5. Eagles 6. Rams 7. Doesn't look like he's got many surprises.
No, that sounds a lot like last year's playoff field, to be honest.
So with that said, let me ask you, because I don't need 6 or 6. Give me 2 teams, one from the AFC, one from the NFC, who you think right now, and you can change it, I don't care.
Okay.
But who you think will make the playoffs who didn't make the playoffs last year? Because
these are going to initially you can throw these right into the homer pile. I don't care. I just think that it happens to match up this time around. Jags Falcons, right? Those are, and I think that I got legit. I think those are legitimate.
Yeah.
Those are legitimate sections. All right, and then one more from the AFC. I'll go Bengals.
Yeah.
But I also think the Jets probably will make it. They've got a good defense. They've got Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to say they're going to win the Super Bowl. So there's 3 that I would.
Yeah.
And I'll do nothing from the West. I'll just put Kansas City and nobody else in then. Mm-hmm. I'll put the Jags I think the Jags are going to win the division. I put the Jags and one other team, whether it's Houston or Indy.
I told you I'm bullish on the Chicago Bears and that I like what they've done. I like their team. A lot depends on the rookie quarterback. Tough division.
But it's easier with no quarterback in Minnesota, in fairness.
Yeah. So I'll be curious.
All right, so in the end, so I've given you, but you wanted 2 from each. I wanted
1 from each.
Oh, you did? That's it. Okay.
That was the assignment.
Okay.
You've gotten an F on the assignment, but you can continue and get.
That's A+.
Because you gave me 3 from the AFC.
That's extra credit, dude. I gave you.
I wasn't looking for extra
The first
credit.
thing that
all I wanted was one team and one team.
First answer, and what's the first thing I said?
Jags Falcons.
There you go. There's your answer.
All right.
If I want to write, some editorializing after that, by golly, I will.
That's no fun.
You won't.
Jags Falcons. I mean, why don't you just put on your T-shirts?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
run around, jump up and down.
Yeah, I just
a fanboy over there.
You're like a zombie.
It's a fanboy, is what you are.
You're a zombie, but you are the undead.
Yeah.
This is the drill. We'll come back with more.
Hold on. I want to talk to Joe U.
Oh, great.
Why?
Why would can you really just analyze for a second what you just said?
I like Joe U, and I want to be.
Hello,
I want him to understand that I'm going to bring the pain on Monday.
Are you going to throw
That's what you're bringing.
Will you throw a cup of urine on him in the stadium or no?
I saw Joe U at the stadium at my house, at the Swamp. Now at my Casa de Hicken, I would welcome Joe U with open arms. I would hug him. We would sit down. We would break bread.
And then you'd pour the urine on him.
But if I saw him at the Swamp, I would definitely throw a cup of urine on him.
That's crazy. What am I, your pool?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
I would invite you in my pool. 100%. Love to have you.
Strong path. Hey, boys, showtime, man. I'm hyped.
Be a good game.
I remember in 2001, I was flying out. I was living in Illinois, and I was going to Penn State for the game and the hype around that and people saying we didn't have a chance. I was like, bro, we're the best team in the country. What are y'all talking about?
Time out. Nobody's saying you don't have a chance on Saturday.
You're favored.
You're favored, bro. Everybody thinks you have a
starting
chance.
to backtrack. This is where he's starting to backtrack, right?
First game.
Yeah.
I'm just
okay.
He's starting to realize as he gets closer that all this big mouth talk of his is suddenly in jeopardy, and Florida's not as pitiful and terrible as he thinks, and his team, no matter what he says, is not the reinvention of Alabama. Okay.
Here's the way the game can go.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Go 2 ways.
All right.
Close, going to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna if there's a turnover early in our favor, it could get ugly.
What does get ugly mean, John? I need you to put what do you think is what's the ugliest? Again, you know what's great about your conversations? Every time you have one, it goes back like decades. Like you literally can't make a point that doesn't go back 20
We've only
years.
played like 5 times.
So, but what happens? Like, what is that other side? Like, what, out of hand? Like, what possible score could you give me going to the fourth you think is reasonable? Like when you say out of hand, are you saying it's like 38-10 and the fans are filing out? Is it 24-3?
If we get a pick six early and it's 14-3 in the first quarter,
okay,
we're going to win 37-12 or
37-12. Okay.
17.
Gracious.
If it's tight,
Well, I just have to hope
spread,
I'll have to hope the guy that threw 3 picks all last year doesn't throw 1 for 6 to you right out the gates. Sounds unreasonable to expect a pick 6, but
dear.
hey, especially with a bunch of corners, by the way, that I don't know can't cover anybody. So that's kind of a problem.
The corners, it's the D-line.
All right, well, okay. Well, it better be, Joe, because your corners can't. Hey, Joe, your corners can't cover Mandarin High.
Oh,
Mandarin could run
boy.
Jamie French and his cohort down there, and they would get open on your corners.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Like I said, great defensive line can make.
It is a great
corners
defensive
look
line.
good.
You're right. And
that
then
right
Bain
side of the
especially.
offensive line.
Yeah, you
That
got.
right side of the offensive line.
That's fair. That's fair. And your offense also. Well, yeah, we'll see.
But like I said, I think it's gonna go. It's a rivalry game. It's the first game. They're gonna be.
Yeah, I think it's a close.
I think it's a close game
going
too.
into the fourth quarter.
24-20.
We'll win by 7. 27-20, 31-20. Some is the score I see. I mean, spoiler alert. I'm picking the Canes, but I think it'll be close going to the fourth quarter, unless, like I said, there's 2 turnovers early that go our way.
And Joe, just out of curiosity, I know it would be just like hell would freeze over. What if, actually your guy doesn't handle the swamp so well and Florida has 2 turnovers? Then it's only going to be 30-20 or will Florida actually get a boost out of that?
I see no way y'all win the game, bro. I mean, like I said, this might be shocking to you, but we'll win it close if we have turnovers early. But like I said, I gotta win this game.
All right. Well, have
fun, Joe.
I can already see Tuesday morning, 7:15. Paging Joe. Please pick up the orange courtesy phone.
No.
Take your medicine again.
Oh, the battle lines are drawn.
That's it. Hang up on
now.
him.
We'll go to break.
Let's go to break. For Pete's sake, what did you do that for?
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL Weekly is your one-stop shop for all things Jags, college ball, preps, and more. Subscribe to our newsletter today, and you'll be entered to win free tickets to the Packers game this October. Subscribe, just head on over to 1010XL.com and scroll down to the 1010XL Weekly flash page.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. Through the Everbank London Getaway, one lucky winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and a pair of tickets to see the Jags play in London. To learn more and for official rules, visit everbank.com/London. No person necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and D.C. 18 or older. Entry period for the Everbank London Getaway Suites is from 8/5/24 to 9/5/24. To enter and for official rules, alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank N.A.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Celebrate a new season.
Don't hold nothing back.
1010XL's college kickoff coverage is brought to you by Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Florida and Island Oaks RV Park.
Do not start celebrating too early.
On 1010XL.
Rejoice! Imagine stepping out of your cozy cabin on a crisp fall morning, coffee in hand, a stunning view from your private porch greets you. You spend the day relaxing at the tiki bar or taking a dip in the year-round pool while catching the big game on TV. Welcome to Island Oaks RV Resort, just past McClenny off exit 333. Book your cabin that sleeps 4 to 6 people. A close, affordable getaway with activities for the whole family. Make memories that last at Island Oaks RV Resort. IslandOaksRVResort.com.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their Remy Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
Hey gang, Hicken here for Zero Res. Man, it is hot outside this time of the year. Many of us are staying inside or going to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are also heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs. But they also clean luxury vinyl planking, tile and grout, fine stone and hardwood floors. And right now, the hottest price of the year, 25% off all hardwood cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man, spell it forward. Zero Res, spell it backward. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
15,000 workers. I'm Brian Rose from Remedy Staffing. We survey 15,000 blue-collar workers each year to better understand what drives quality and dependability in our workforce. The survey shows when looking for a new job, the initial pay rate, job security, and safety while working are the most important factors for hourly workers. If you're an employer and would like to learn more about the voice of the blue-collar worker, please call us at 904-528-1933.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's sickening that we came up short in that game, and obviously I take total responsibility and ownership for that. And I think that you go back and see the game. Obviously it's my job to have the team prepared to go and play to the best of our ability. And I don't believe that was our best.
The very faint gray line between passion and psychopathy when it comes to college football and their fans has just overtaken. It's time to quarantine Athlon. Like, Athlon needs to be quarantined. It's gotten to they have long COVID or something. It's to their brain. Athlons need to shut it down. Or hire writers over 8 years old, or get a new headline department, something. But this is a headline. This is the latest. We already had the
new one.
We only had the one earlier in the week. It's time to pull the plug.
Another one?
Yeah. This is the headline.
Oh, boy.
The headline on Athlon.
Well, maybe it's working because we haven't referenced Athlon in years. Well, you've done twice in a week.
Well, this one's even better. You're going to actually get the guy's name.
Okay.
Should DJ Uiagalele's seminal career be over? All right. Then the sub-headline, in short, no. Read below for why. Well, thank you there, Sam Shoemaker. I mean, I can't wait for your insight on this.
Athlon's, with the headlines, Athlon's basically fired Mike Norvell and benched DJ after one game.
His career's over. Okay. In short, no, Sammy Shoemaker
I say I'm all for it, man.
I want to know Sammy Shoemaker. I got an ID check. Can Sammy Shoemaker leave his post and go buy a beer? Yes or no? I mean, should DJ Uiagalele's seminal career be over?
Yes.
It's time for the Noles to move on from Mike Norvell.
Oh, my God.
Athlon done lost its mind, man. That's it for Athlon. I'm not going to them anymore. And they still have, I think, a legitimate branch of journalism over there somewhere, but I'm losing it in the FSU headlines.
Yeah, I don't necessarily get that. The Minnesota Twins are 12-1 against the White Sox and 60-60 against everybody else.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because I was nervous going into Minnesota, and I should be. That's a good team. And to go in there and get a sweep, which the Braves just finished off, was very surprising to me. They don't look good. Now, this happens when you beat a team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't hit.
Right.
They're not.
Who didn't hit Minnesota?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know who.
I don't think Minnesota's very good.
Yeah, they just lost 3 in a row to have the same record, 13, 12 over. So
12 over because of the White Sox. They took
you know what? And I could say the same thing for us and what we did to the Braves and Nats last year. I mean, the Marlins and the Nats. I mean, the Braves had a year where they were 38 over 500. It was like 20 against those two. So
but
they take them where you can get them.
The other ones. Oh, yeah.
And the rest of the league is also playing nobody has a losing record against the White Sox. They're probably all 10-1, aren't they?
They lost 6 in a row. Now they're 31-103. The countdown is on.
Yeah, they're going to get there.
I don't know that they're going to get to 40 wins. If they don't, then they'll displace the New York Metropolitans, which I don't know if that will lift the curse or takes away something that we were so good at. I don't know. I don't know how to handle it. I'm confused by it. I'm perplexed. I wouldn't be shocked.
Cubs had one of their biggest comebacks.
Great news for the Metropolitans is that we go to Chicago tomorrow, and we play down to our competition, and we're going with Tyler McGill because our one starter is missing a turn, Blackburn. So, Tyler McGill will give up 5 and 5 and tell me he pitched good. Is what he'll do.
Sports are so great. Just what they give you. You never know. And again, Atlanta is also not the team that many thought they would be when the season started because of all these injuries. But, I mean, if I told you at the end of the year that the Braves Cy Young and MVP for the season would be Chris Sale and Marcell Ozuna, you'd say, well, the whole team, then you won 70 games.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, where this team would be without, I don't know what the Red Sox were doing, dude. Sometimes you ride a guy and you wait for him. You just get frustrated waiting on him. The Mets probably ran into that with DeGrom a little bit.
No, I think they didn't want to pay him.
That was it.
I think maybe Nolan Ryan would be a better example if you want to go way back. That's a guy that the Mets shouldn't have traded.
Okay.
They did.
I wasn't even trying to bring the Mets in. I was just trying to bring it something more, But I think the Red Sox waited and waited. I mean, honestly, the innings that he's piling up.
Honestly, at this point, the Mets did the smart thing by not
DeGrom.
signing
Sure, yeah. I guess my point wasn't what that person becomes. Mm-hmm. This is odd for it to become that for Atlanta. My point is sometimes you give up. The Red Sox, there's no other way to look at it. What a terrible trade. Vaughn Grissom's done nothing.
Yeah.
And the Braves got the guy who's probably going to win the Cy Young. Maybe he won't, but right now he's got this pitching triple crown, which is, not as rare as the offensive counterpart, but it's still rare.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you remember back to when they trade, I was curious about the trade. Vaughn Grissom seemed to be a piece that they may have needed, right? We had all these issues in the outfield. That's been all offseason. But it wasn't just that they traded for Sale, Hick, but do you remember they traded for him and then ripped up the contract and signed him to an extension?
Who, the Braves did?
With Sale, yeah. They traded for him and then boom, gave him a new 4-year, multi-million-dollar, which for a guy who's had all these arm issues seemed like a curious decision. So we'll see how it plays out. But without a doubt, without Chris Sale and Marcell Ozuna, this Brave season will be over. I mean, it just and amazingly, without Acuna and without Albies and without Strider and it's not over.
Right.
That's how good those two have been. Better than any of those other guys would have been. So, trying to get her in. I know you are too.
Get what in?
Get in the playoffs.
I was just looking. We have a 13% chance of making the playoffs.
You got to catch Atlanta.
Yeah, who has an 89% chance of making the playoffs.
Atlanta does, yeah.
Yeah,
that's because the Braves have, they've had a nice little 8-2 stretch here.
We have a big game today, afternoon tilt. It's pretty important for us to bounce. We have been able to bounce back. We've been win-loss. We're 5 games
winning
over.
most games. We're not adding hardly. The only reason we've added a couple of games here is because we've
winning.
Won 7 out of 8.
We've been playing 500 baseball is what we've been playing. We were 5 games over 500 at right out of the 53-48 after we swept the Yankees. We were 53-48, and we've played 500 baseball since then. Played 16-16.
I guess I'm just looking in the short term. It doesn't feel like we've distanced, but I guess it's gone from 1 to 4 in the last week and a half.
From mid-September on,
you actually had a half-game lead overs for like a heartbeat for one night.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We go at Philly for 3. We got Washington for 3. We got Philly for 4 at Atlanta, and then we wrap with Milwaukee.
Well, it's Philly, Atlanta. I mean, if you could somehow do a little 9-1,
stay within distance.
Yeah, you would get back in it. But that's what it'll take. Mm-hmm. And for the Braves, they start a 4-gamer at Philly today. Expectations? No.
We're 5-4 on the road trip. I probably would have told you, or 5-4 in our last 10. I probably would have told you I'd take 5-5 when we were playing Baltimore, San Diego, and Arizona, who were so hot. But the sad part is we're 5-4, and we really should be 7-2, and that's the disappointing part because sugar sucks.
Well,
Sorry, Junie.
The Braves, very unexpected, like I said, sweep at Minnesota. And
is this Snicker's best job? I mean, because they just swept the Twins. They're a playoff team right now.
Well,
and with
it's
a
the
bunch of
it's the Braves
free agent guys.
It should be a very, it's a proud year to be for a year that you're not going to win it all, or you expected to. That's usually when you get to a certain point. That's all that will kind of fulfill you. But yeah, in all fairness, everything that this team has overcome just to make the playoffs would be and they'll be dangerous there because of the pitching. That's only 16 starts in a row now for Sale. 2 earned runs or fewer. It's like the longest streak since 1906 or something.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Red Sox.
Let's take a break, come back, do some New York City headlines, see what else is cooking, and enjoy our day here on a Thursday edition of The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Yo, if you've been following me on my bookie, you will know that I'm hitting for straight cash, homie. It's your boy E.T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using my bookie's sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app necessary. Just click on the link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. Did you know that the average college football game runs about 180 plays? Every catch, sack, and touchdown is another way to hit that straight cash, homie, using my bookie. And when you bet with my bookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of the action. And I'm speaking from experience. A few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting games of the season. So make sure you head over to my bookie. And don't forget to use promo code 1010XL when signing up to claim that $1,000 bonus on the first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool.
Feeling the heat, Jacksonville? Cool down with Bold City Heating and Air. From repairs to energy-efficient installs, we do it all. Family-owned and trusted since 2016, we offer clear pricing, NATE-certified techs, and unbeatable service. Call Bold City Heating and Air today and experience the bold difference.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
VSiN's College Football Guide delivers betting previews of all 134 teams with best bets for the playoffs, Heisman Trophy, season win totals, conference winners, and much more. Only on VSiN. Pro subscribers get the full guide, but you can download your free copy of the guide right now. Featuring a betting preview of the Gators, Seminoles, and Bulldogs at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com. Download your free copy of the guide right now.
Catching fish and fish stories.
What's going on here? Give me the boat. Give me the boat.
On the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show with Captain Kevin Faber. Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Veterans Wholesale Cabinets.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Homeowners, good news for you. Accent on 4. Listen up. Loan Pronto now has mortgage rates that start with a 4. Prosser here. It's true. Mortgage rates have plummeted. so low we haven't seen them in a long time. If your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it and lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto just locked in a homeowner at 4.99% APR. So whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Even if you're in process with another lender, stop now. Call Loan Pronto. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days, with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. And if you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Call 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Owner approved credit, MLSconsumeraccess.org.
Lauren Brooks here. Circa Resort and Casino has an incredible all-in package for Duval in December. For only $500 tax and resort fee included, get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. Join us Heels Friday night for a Jacksonville pep rally with specials and giveaways. To book the Jacksonville game day getaway and join the Heels in Vegas, visit circalasvegas.com today.
Hey, this is Bert Cannon with the First Coast YMCA. Youth sports at the Y can help nurture your future athlete's potential and experience the joy of being a kid. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, and fun environment with basketball, soccer, volleyball, gymnastics, elite skills training, and more. Best of all, participation in Legacy Youth Sports League is free with your family membership. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Hicken here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
It's the Labor Day savings event going on now through Tuesday at Arlington Toyota. That's over 800 new and used in one location. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under $18K. Plus, with every new and pre-owned purchase from Arlington, you get 60 days to love it or exchange it. 60 days! Worried about financing? There's the Arlington Credit Helper. You even get a complimentary car wash with every service. Arlington Toyota is open on Labor Day. Shop in person or at arlingtontoyota.com.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
DC Ryan Nielsen says talent and flexibility is the reason for keeping 7 defensive linemen.
Got some good, really interior players, but then some guys that can flex out, and those guys are deserving of being here, and they've earned the spot.
Quarterback Trevor Lawrence has been spending a great deal of time under center in camp, an advantage for the offense, according to OC Press Taylor.
It limits your tendencies. It limits the tells that you're giving to a defense, but a lot of that comes from being able to stay in those first and second down situations.
The Jaguars officially signed 14 players to the practice squad on Wednesday, which means they have 2 spots remaining until the squad is full. All 14 players on the practice squad were members of the roster during training camp. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
I'm cooling down about John Rahm, who was did an appearance for one of his sponsors and was interviewed and told everybody he was more than happy to address a recent report that he was unhappy on the LIV Tour. There's zero validity to any of what I said. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why they feel the need to say that some of us are unhappy when we're not. Well, John, here's the thing. I need to cool down because you are proven to be a liar. So I don't believe a thing you say, John. All you do is lie. And so I believe the report more than I believe it coming from your own mouth, because you sat there for 2 years and said, I'll say this again. I'm not going to the LIV Tour. I'm about the history of the game, blah, blah, blah. So, John, All the way with a red hot poker, buddy. Go get angry. I hope Marcel Robinson comes into your path again and is able to shoot you in another stare down and beat you in that one more time. How about that, John Rahm?
I can't listen.
I'm cooling down from that.
Well, here's the bottom line is, I tell you something cool down. I didn't talk about this today, and I meant to. But if you're not here for YouTube golf, you better get a grip on it. I mean, it is. It's coming. It's a big deal. It's now even supported by the
and a tournament. Yesterday.
Yeah, it's now a content creator tournament. It was fantastic. They got to play the course. It's PGA aligned.
How did Paige do?
Huh? Paige actually did decent.
Good.
Yeah, she actually did decent. She's like 2 or 3 under par, I think. Yeah.
She's the only one I know.
Yeah, but for those that watch YouTube, these were more in line. Now, some of them didn't belong.
Who won?
Luke Kwan, was with Good and has gone out on his own. So if you watch YouTube golf, you know who Luke Kwan is. He's a good golfer. Horvat did not play.
Why not?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Isn't he one of the popular ones?
And he's good enough to play. Yeah, he's got a popular channel. A couple of the good guys played.
DeChambeau play.
DeChambeau wanted to play. He asked if he could play. Here's the YouTube is it's not, it's emerged. It's a thing. It's a thing, and it's got a variety of different. You've got like your beer drinking, partying kind of channels. You've got your really good golfers try and pretend like you're great golfers, and then you actually have pros who are dipping down into the YouTube, and what's happening too, Dan, through the club brands, there's a lot of commingling between PGA Tour and Live Tour players and these YouTube channels. Like they'll go play, we take on Xander Schauffele or Max Homa,
and they're willing to do it.
Yeah, and they do it, and they have fun, and they've actually in some cases become friendly with them. But yeah, they did a creator challenge yesterday, creator class. Only 16 golfers did they invite, and if you watch YouTube golf and the variety of them, there'll be names you recognize, and we know I know from watching, Dan, who the good golfers are and who aren't. Like who are legitimate, could go shoot 66, and who is just having fun, going to shoot 80, and be a part of the TV or the YouTube product. And the guy who won, Luke Kwan, he's won on like Asian Tour. He's a good golfer.
Okay.
So he could play. He could go play in a PGA Tour and make a cut if it was the right one in the right spot. So.
They had about 15 of them. Was it a 9-hole match, I believe? Or they played 18?
And Prosser's love of YouTube golf is embarrassing. It's not love, and it's not embarrassing. So I don't love it at all. I'm just explaining what happened yesterday, and I don't
embarrassed us.
Yeah, I mean Prosser's
the
love.
The page that you reference, is that the page I think it is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Paige Sporanic.
Yes, she's very popular.
From what I hear. All right, crank up the music. Let's do some New York City headlines. I'm in the mood. Check out actual headlines from the periodical here.
They have to be real. They're too ridiculous to be made up. It's brought to you by Integra Concierge Medicine.
Way of the gun. Armed crew flaunts guns in Colorado building overrun by Venezuelan gangs spilling out from Sanctuary City. Oof.
Well, I mean, what do you expect to happen, right? Nothing to see here, though. No,
Stephen A. Smith makes massive Yankees blunder on live television.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, so I can't, properly make fun of it.
Making a scene, Matt Lauer's daughter, Rami, crashed into Hampton's fence and fled scene. Here's how cops found her.
I think entitlement per square mile, the Hamptons would win in America.
Passenger destroys American Airlines counter with hammer after scammer sold him fake ticket.
Now those are the worst, because then you're there. There's no way to rectify.
Popular college football town cancel classes ahead of game. Live Pat McAfee show over traffic concerns.
This is the West Virginia Penn State story I told you about earlier. I mean, they've always had a very high value on education in West Virginia.
Pack of teen girls randomly attack 76-year-old man on New York City subway platform.
Why do I think if the guy had swung back, they'd arrested him, it'd have been his fault?
Scroober scheme reaped whopping $40 million in bogus surge fares for hundreds of shady Uber drivers.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that is.
Feds.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Jennifer Lopez disappointed with Ben Affleck, hit hard by their divorce.
Jennifer Lopez is the female Ben Affleck. I mean, it cannot be worth spending a day with that woman.
Party's over. Drunk VRBO guests flood rental by clogging sink with pizza. Owner.
Yeah, I don't, man. That would be a hard game to play, that VRBO. Man, every time you have someone stay there, you just wonder. And if you are staying there, all right, where are the cameras? I'm not going to end up on some rogue dark website.
Worst day? This is the worst day and time for holiday travel during Labor Day weekend.
Thursday? Oh, you're not telling us
yeah,
what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a terrible headline.
Making whoopsie, couple getting busy in Range Rover accidentally roll into river after they hit gear stick while in back seat.
What a way to go. What a way to go. Down the river, oh, down the river.
Maniac sprung, serial Tesla road rage maniac freed from California prison early as victims fear possible revenge. Meg in Manhattan, Meg Ryan enjoys shopping date with daughter Daisy in rare public sighting.
Rare public sighting because her lips look like some sort of erosion is taking place. Isn't she the one that got those lips all crazy?
She may have.
You women and your lips, man. You gals got to stop. You have no idea what you've done. None of us approve of this, by the way. None of us.
Cover girl, U.S. rugby hero stars for SI swimsuit with her Olympic medal.
I saw that. That was good. I can get into that. I mean, it's not your supermodel body type, but she seems like a sweet young lady. She's a big burly thing now.
Crazy scary. Paris Hilton sparks concerns over son Phoenix not wearing life jacket on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
Boats and hoes.
Wow.
The Nina, the Pina, the Santa Maria.
Oh man, they were good in their groove. They were good, boy. That Will Ferrell. They got. It's funny how people they take over these genres, man. And so Ferrell and the humor. I was thinking the same thing with the Neeson and that action hero, man. You find your groove and you just print money.
So outside of us crashing your boat, which we will pay
What'd you
for,
think?
What did you think of our presentation?
And then poor mom's trying to the car ride home is the best.
It's the best.
And he's about to lose anyway. That's how we roll.
All right, Gibby.
Now, the 2-minute drill brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. Yeah, I just watched Step Brothers last week.
Did you?
I don't know. You look like you want to punch me in the face right now.
It's easy. It's easy to stop on that one. And once you stop, you don't leave unless you catch it on one of those, on a commercial TV station. Then you might leave in the commercial. But if you
so many lines.
Don't you touch my drum set.
Yeah. I think I really think now that all the dust is settled and all the Ferrell movies have aged, I think Step Brothers is a top 3.
Yeah,
I do.
It's hard to flip past it. That's
I will always be partial to Anchorman, the first one.
Yeah.
And it can hold its own, but I could see people liking Step Brothers or Ricky Bobby's also a good one. Age is good.
Oh yeah, there's some good ones. Anyway, what's good today on the Thursday edition of Jaguars Today, Tony?
We got Mike DeRocco coming in with us as he does on Thursdays during the football season. And even though we're a week away from the regular season starting, we are starting our lineups, right?
Wonderful.
On Jaguars Today. So D-Rock will be in with us. Our question of the day today asking, who are your top 3 candidates for overall team MVP?
Okay.
For the Jags here in 2024.
Again, you got to hope Trevor's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be a candidate, but it'd be nice to have somebody surprise us, too. It'd be nice to look up at the end of the year and see Brian Thomas Jr. had 76 catches and 11 touchdowns or, something along those lines. So, or Eric Armstead is a player that some people think he is.
A lot of Trevor and a lot of Josh Hines-Allen is what I would anticipate. They're considered the best player on each side of the ball for the team going into the year.
To your point, your ceiling is always going to be lower than what you think it is unless you have players become what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
You can only have so many Christian Kirks. At one point, you need a Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Right? You need superstar. That's what we need some of these young guys to become. Trayvon Walker, Brian Thomas Jr., good examples, right?
Yeah.
Superstar players.
Yeah.
Every year, they're in the Pro Bowl. Just mark them down.
Oof. So much to hope for. Can't wait. Have a great show.
Thank you.
All right, Mike and Tony got Jaguars Today. D-Rock in the house.
Always good to see Mike DeRocco, and always fun to listen to Jaguars Today. That's coming up next. It's been a custom tree surgeon Thursday. Tomorrow, the debut of the Friday 5-pack. We're going to talk FSU football with Jeff Cameron from over in Tallahassee. And we got the quarterback whisper, Denny Thompson, as well. So locked and loaded. Pretty much the story this football season. You've been listening to The Drill. Enjoy Jaguars Today.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The station with the best Jaguars coverage. When Jag News breaks, hear it first on 1010XL 92.